Ndio nilirudi kujua kumbe hiyo watu ni ile wachimbaji migodi.
Sawa, sio Nebukadneza.
Hapana. Hii ni watu tu goi.
I started playing wheelchair basketball. I went to sitting volleyball. Before I knew what, I was in powerlifting. And it's when I in wheelchair and also in paravolley, sitting volleyball, I became a leader 2012-2016 as the Secretary General for the entire country. After that is when I was like, I will get confused in the middle. So I need to sit and, even be okay. I believe in God also. I just told God, now this one, I have to have a primary sport.
The National Gender Equality and Disability Inclusion Awards 2025 was an incredible celebration dedicated to recognize the people and organizations making the world more inclusive.
Differently.
Wow. And that is how we're starting off today's Entertainment Thursday, which is actually the first of the year 2026. And my DJ has decided we are starting with manifestations.
Exactly.
My people. Tunaanza na manifestation.
I like the money part.
Yeah.
Yes, the money part. The money part.
Key. The money part is everything.
Underline bold. Yeah?
Yes.
That is how
this year is all about making money in a smart manner.
Absolutely.
Yes. Leave the hard work to the textbooks and the fine print. Work smart, make money this year. The year is I'm serious, 2026. Hard work is not for me.
Yeah, you have received. You have refused rather. You've decided this is your soft girl era.
Exactly.
Hard work and you not in the same place.
The body that I am, the passenger princess that I am, I ain't working hard. Smart, please.
All right, working smart it is. What about you? How are you planning on just, taking over your year? I love that we have said that this is the year where blessings are going to be following us. And this is the year where the money is coming in plenty. Entertainment Thursday it is. Vivian Degwa is my name. We are here to ensure that we get to entertain you. We get to bring you, the best of the best when it comes to entertainment. I am sure there are new songs that have been released in this new year. Definitely my DJ will be playing all of that for you, plus so much more. We'll be having interviews here, so you better keep it right here. Mike?
Yes, good morning. Being the first Entertainment Thursday of the year, we hope you had a great holiday season and now you're back to whatever that you do that keeps you going, that gives you that money we are talking about. Very important. And we hope that this is going to be a great year for you yet. And everything that you do, remember, Put God first. But now that we are doing the entertainment Thursday, the first Future Voices of 2026, we are just going to look at what the year portends for the young people within the political space, matters to do with governance, jobs. All that is a conversation that I will be having right after the news. So I want you to stay tuned in and find out what there will be the sentiments regarding this matter. So I welcome you to join us along this program. Remember, this is Good Morning Kenya's Entertainment Thursday once again. Welcome. DJ.
Yes.
What up?
First of all, Happy New Year everyone who's watching. Mi venye imeanza team on a very high note. Uko juu yani tu yani. Actually, my first resolution to make more money. Just more money.
It's the only resolution.
It's the
only resolution.
More money, my baby.
It runs the world.
Exactly. So today's playlist, most of the songs that we're going to hear are about manifestation. So just manifest. Ukisikia we manifest tu kitu tunataka kwa life yako hii mwaka. Au sio? So keep it locked.
All right. I love that. I love that. Over to you, Regina, and Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year to you guys. It's going to be the first show, my first show of 2026, and I'm glad that we're all here. Another year to do it better, bigger, smartly.
Yeah.
With more money. And as we're talking about money, we're talking also about wealth. And wealth goes beyond just money. And wealth also in health, Yeah. Health is everything. You may have the monies, but if you're not healthy, you'll not be able to invest everything in that particular wealth that you're making. So more health and better health. Right? Or greater wealth. So I also want to give it up to the teaching fraternity. We are doing back to school. There's a lot that is happening. And as parents and guardians, often we do not appreciate those who get to teach our children, not just in the academia, but also the co-curricular activities. So big up to all the teachers out there from, primary school all the way to the universities. You do a great job, and most especially those who get to teach our teenagers. Yes, our youth. Because as we're talking, the conversation around, the job spaces now is how does management now change its mode of management in light of the Gen Zs? That's a conversation that we're having. And you see, the society is not going back, Vivian as well as Mike. We are progressive. So we're going to have the Gen Zs already in the job market. Then we're going to be ushering in the Gen Alphas.
Yeah.
And we've already certified that their way of thinking and our way of thinking as millennials is quite different. So that is also a question and an area that HR has to really embrace as we move into the years ahead. So teachers who are handling our youth out there, especially the teaching fraternity of Moi Girls is Senior, I have the reception was awesome. It took me back so many years where you have to be frisked, You undo your hair if you have braids, it goes through your braids. I don't know, Mike now and DJ Unique. Did this happen to you, in a boys' school? Maybe you had a different experience, but I'm sure, Vivian, you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely, you get
So let's hear from Mike.
Frisked,
were you frisked at the entrance of your school?
Not really.
Really?
Not really.
You were never frisked?
No.
Why?
Oh!
No. The only thing we were being checked is if we were wearing socks, because we were
Notorious for going.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. And you, DJ, I mean, were you frisked? We're told to turn, pull down the tie, the hair, you have to untie it. If it's a band, they go through. What was your experience?
For me, since my time being in school, I've never been frisked because as men, we don't go with a lot of things in school. Like, wewe uko tu na shati yako, vest yako, sasa unafriskiwa nini?
Actually, what used to happen, tulikuwa tunaambiwa tutoe the sweater because some students used to cut shirts.
Yeah.
Hivi. Unaenda sleeveless. So lazima ungetoa sweater ndio sasa uonekana kama queens.
Yeah,
School
I think that is the only thing that walikuwa na frisk. But because maybe feature anything, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No. That's actually quite interesting, because I thought, you know, from the boys' side would have been even, you know, much stricter. But, well, for us, we used to be frisked properly. Like, they frisk. I don't know what they were looking for. Unafungua kila kitu. Wow. Lazima uangaliwe kabisa kabisa. Like, it's quite it was traumatizing. It was quite traumatizing. And, you know, from what Regina is saying, they're still doing the same thing. So I think it's for the culture. It is for the culture. So, well, it is okay.
So, Erina Joe, at Regal Senior and in the teaching fraternity, they told them, if by any chance you had an opportunity to go back in time,
yes,
and God decided to just take me back to school.
Ray, allow us to interject a bit. They need to get to check your mic. But, you know, like, if we just try to remember the first day of us going back to school, can you remember how that felt for you, Mike, when you were going back to school on the first day of returning, especially from the long holiday of December?
Well, it was not usually the best day because, you know, you are used to sleeping and waking up at will. Well, not at will, because at home, you know, there are rules to be followed. Yeah. But then again, it's going back to school. There is that feeling, you're feeling, you know, my freedom is going to be curtailed. So this is going to be different. But also there was some excitement because you're going to meet your friends who are your classmates. So you get to talk about what the holidays were about, what you did, what happened, things like that. That is what made it a little bit exciting. But to a bigger extent, it was not really a welcome day to a student, so to speak.
Yeah, for sure, because I remember every time when we used to open, you know, for the new term, like that morning for me, it was quite a hard morning. You know, just leaving the house now to go to the boarding school that I was in, it was such a hard one. Yani nilikuwa tu nimekasirika from asubuhi. Like you just feel like, oh boy, now we are back to, you know, we used to call our school prison because hey, the rules that were there. But anyway, schools are good. They get to form the people we are right now. So yeah. Not congratulations. Big up to all the teachers, just as Ray was saying. Big up to each and every one of you because, you get to make us who we are. How about we get straight now to the news, Regina?
Indeed. Thank you for taking us down memory lane. It was very important that we honor those who actually have stood in the place of mentors in the form of teachers who have taught us what we know right now. Imagine not knowing even how to speak, let alone write, but now you can. So teachers, if you do not feel appreciated, well, we do appreciate you. Now let's bring you up to speed with our stories that have been making headlines in the last 12 hours. And we start off with a recap, or rather an update on the South Sea building collapse. Is that the body of the second victim of the South Sea collapse building has been retrieved 3 days after the first was pulled from the rubble. Lands, Public Works and Housing Cabinet Secretary Alice Wahome, who was on site, has warned of total action, or rather tough action, against those who will be found criminally culpable. Here's Giverson Minor with a recap of that particular update.
After a 6-day-long search, the multi-agency team on the site on Wednesday finally retrieved the body of the second victim from the rubble of the collapsed 16-story building in South Sea, Nairobi. The National Disaster Management Unit, working alongside the Disaster Response Battalion of the KDF, Kenya Red Cross, and relevant officials from both the national and the Nairobi County government, had camped on the site for days and nights, combing through stones and construction metals. While on the site, Cabinet Secretaries Alice Wahome, in charge of lands and housing, and Geoffrey Rook of public service and special programs, warned that no stone would be left unturned until the culprits responsible for tragedy are brought to book and set as an example.
There are people who will have to carry the responsibility and the burden of punishment. Ndio wawe tu kama wawe pia funzo, and we know that sometimes the government has said we shall leave no stone and turned. This stone will have to be turned.
The incident site will remain cordoned off and secured to allow for ongoing investigations and other outstanding technical processes.
The Cabinet Secretary is pointing a finger to the Nairobi County government officials who allegedly approved 4 extra floors illegally.
The county did the last nail, put the last nail on the, coffin. They may want to defend them, but that is an area that we shall tell the public what happened. Nasikia kuna mambo hapo ambayo ilifanyika ndio approval ipeanwe.
Leaders from Marsabit County, the home to the 2 victims, led by Governor Mohamud Ali, came out to mourn with the families of the bereaved.
Losing lives year after year through shoddy work is not something that can be entertained any longer.
If you look at the iron bars which are there, iron rods, they are like wires and not meant for this kind of a structure. And therefore, one wonders whether the structural engineer and the contractor are actually competent, trained.
Let us give proper attention to all the approvals that are given and putting into consideration the young people of this nation who work in such a place. Right now, the 2 people who have lost their lives are very young, with very young family.
After a successful retrieval of the body of the second victim of the South Sea collapsed building right behind me, this particular operation has now been closed, and it's up to the investigative agencies to determine who takes the responsibility for the tragedy.
That's a good question, given that the National Construction Authority has also weighed into that particular issue, as well as the Institute of Engineers of Kenya, saying that it is high time that we ensure that the 40% content, local content, is also followed up to allow local engineers to take part in these particular projects that we're seeing, but also to have engineers that are certified working on the building, or rather working in the building and construction sector. Remember, it is anchored by law, but the issue of implementation there put into question. May the souls of the departed rest in peace, while those who are found culpable actually face the full force of the law. Now to matters politics. Mama Ida Odinga, the wife of former late Prime Minister Raila Odinga, has called for a ceasefire and end to hostilities within the ranks of the Orange Democratic Movement in what appears to be her pronounced role in the party's post-Raila's leadership of the ODM party. Mama Ida has called on those leading the party to reflect deeply and sincerely on Raila's dream for the party and the country. This even as a section of the party leadership continued to insist that the party would only back President Ruto's re-election bid.
On behalf of Jacob.
At the current residence of the late former Premier, members elected on the party's ticket and other admirers joined family in commemorating what would have been Raila Odinga's 81st birthday. Mourned by many as the beacon of democracy, President William Ruto would be the first to celebrate Raila, even as he called on the country to espouse the values that the late ODM leader lived for.
On behalf of our family, I wish to thank the President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, and the entire government of Kenya that mobilized and deployed at the service of Baba and on his death. Mr. President, we saw the hand of friendship. We felt the positive weight of government at your direction, and we are grateful.
The members relishing the memory of their late party leader, whom some had known for their entire political career.
Alikuwa mjumbe wa Nairobi, na ndio kwa sababu tuko hapa kumuenzi na kusema tulipoteza kiongozi wa maana katika taifa letu la Kenya, katika East Africa na Africa na ulimwengu mzima.
walking through this gate today, Mama, has been quite surreal. It is the first time since I have known this home to come here when Mzee is not here.
On the backdrop of constant bickering and hostility that has rocked the party leadership in recent days,
that would have been the age of Baba today.
The widow Mama Ida Odinga appeared to restore calm, albeit to steady the ship.
Baba ran ODM with dedication. He ran ODM with firm and fair hands. Raila ran ODM on principle of constant consultations.
Mama Ida, while reminiscing on Raila's leadership at the helm of the party, invited those in the leadership of the party for a moment of selfless reflection.
It is my wish that we can preserve the party in his honor as a matter of service to our country.
Another celebration of Raila's remarkable life was being held in Kilifi County, led by Mining Cabinet Secretary Hassan Joho and Mombasa Governor Abdul Samad Nasir, who doubles up as the ODM party leader.
Ukifata sera na siasa ya Raila Amolo Odinga, alikuwa na marafiki na washirika na wafuasi hasa katika jimbo la Pwani chini mashinani.
Governor Nasir led delegates from the coast region in declaring support for President William Ruto's re-election in the 2027 general elections.
Kama vile nyinyi muko na njia na muko na uhuru wa kuzungumza yale mnaoyataka, na sisi tunawaambia kuweni na uhuru kuyasikiza yale ambayo kwamba ni yetu. Ikiwa chama cha ODM hakitapewa Ali Hassan Joho, sisi wa Coast, we have to champion another political pathway.
CS Joho also came to the defense of the ODM Director of Elections and Minority Leader Junet Mohammed over claims of the disappearance of 500 million shillings meant to pay party agents in the 2022 general elections.
Sisi hatukuwa wafuasi tu wa Raila Odinga. Sisi tulikuwa washirika muhimu wa Raila Amolo Odinga. Sisi tulikuwa washirika muhimu sana.
Well, on that note, we take a quick breather, but when we're back, we're going to be looking at what is happening in the political scene. This is In the Headlines on Good Morning Kenya. We'll be right back.
I can't go on fooling myself. What I want most in this world is to marry you and be your wife.
What do you want? Are you going to reproach me again? I already told you that I'm going to do even the impossible.
Don't you realize that it's humiliating to be begging all the time? Especially now that Lucia is back with him.
What are you talking about? Did she tell you that?
They're looking for Mr. Rodrigo.
Who? Excuse us for interrupting, but we have with us an arrest warrant for Rodrigo Zúñiga. A warrant for me?
Why is that?
For the murder of Miss Ligia Cervantes.
Usilie, ewe mwanadamu, usihadaike.
Mtu akitoa chafya akasema alhamdulillah, basi mtume anafundisha, wewe umemsikia, unamwambia ya rahmakallah, na yeye anajibu ya hadiyaka Allah wa yuslihu balaka. Haya ni mafundisho ya bwana mtume sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
Hapo ndio tunapata funzo kwamba kiongozi hapaswi kupuuza rai za watu wake. Hata kama wewe ni kiongozi, pendelea kusikiza rai za watu.
وتكون جبال كالإحم المنفوش فأما من ثقلت موازينه
Are you a talented artist? Or are you passionate about a topic you want to discuss? But money can be very hard to find for an upcoming artist. Don't worry, Studio Mashinani has got your back. Sign up on ajira.co.ke to book a session with your music and video producers across the country. Work on your music, jingles, spoken words, and even podcasts to realize your dream, all for free. Studio Mashinani, Radani Talent.
Well, this is in the headlines. Welcome back. We're bringing you up to speed with all stories that have been making headlines locally as well as globally. Now we focus on matters politics. Just but a mention is that the DCP party leader, Rigathi Gachagua, has defended his recent statements asserting that a certain mall in Eastleigh was built using proceeds from corruption and money laundering syndicates exposed in Minnesota in the United States. Gachagua clarified that he never mentioned any specific mall in his remarks. His remarks came after owners of Business Bay Square Mall in Eastleigh petitioned NCIC to take up the matter. This is a report that you can get further details on our website, that is www.kbc.co.ke. And still keeping up with matters politics is that a section of leaders allied to the United Opposition are expressing their waning confidence in the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission's capability to conduct free and fair elections in 2027. Speaking in Kipipiri, Nyandarua County, the leaders led by Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka and DAPK's Eugene Wamalwa accused the commission of a plot to use smart maniac. What is that? Let me take that again. Smart systems to manipulate the elections in favor of President William Ruto. Here's Marco Tilio with the details.
The United Opposition Brigade led by Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, DAPK leader Eugene Wamalwa and Justin Muturi of DP were in Kipipiri to attend the funeral service of John Njoroge, the father of Kipipiri legislator Wanjiku Muya. They expressed their lack of confidence in the electoral body to conduct a free and fair elections in 2027.
Juzi tumekuwa na by-elections na tumepata ya kwamba the new team ya IEBC walikuwa na mtihani kidogo. Uchaguzi mdogo pale Malava, uchaguzi mdogo kule Mbere, and they failed miserably. Walikuwa na nafasi nzuri kuonyesha wa Kenya ya kwamba they can be independent.
Weekend ya tarehe 5 na tarehe 6 ilikuwa Saturday and Sunday mwezi wa 7 mwaka huu umepita. Jose Kamago na Hussein Marijan walikuwa nafanya nini State House the whole weekend?
They called for reforms in the commission, faulting the Smartmatic system as lacking in credibility and demanded for the termination of its contract.
Local partner wa hii Smartmatic tumegundua alikuwa ule mtu anaitwa sijui Abdullahi. That was just a front. One of those commissioners ndiye alikuwa local partner. Na ndio sababu imeongezewa muda.
Meanwhile, a section of the UDA legislators in Kirinyaga County have dismissed calls to ditch the party, maintaining that the region will remain firmly in government to secure development and to protect the interests of its people.
Sisi tunataka kukaa mahali serikali iko, mahali kuna policies zenye ziko clear, mahali kuna direction, mahali kuna vision, mahali kuna hope, mahali kuna kazi, na mahali kuko na maendeleo ya watu wetu.
Led by UDA County Coordinator and dear Member of Parliament George Kariuki, the leaders call on the area residents to remain united and loyal to the party, emphasizing that President William Ruto remains the only leader with a clear national vision.
Well, we'll continue keeping tabs on what is happening on the political scene and bring you up to speed. Now, Ndongo village in Gatundu North, Kiambu County is yet to come to terms with the loss of a catechist, his spouse, and their 2 young children who perished in a road crash in Karai area, Naivasha, early this week. The deceased catechist, James Njoroge, is reported to have been driving his wife back to Gilgil, where she worked as a primary school teacher when the tragedy struck. Meanwhile, the National Police Service says it will mount targeted countries' black spots across the country to actually try and stem the current fatal accidents. Here's a report.
Asomba Mood engulfed Ndongo village in Gatundu North, Kiambu County, following the passing of James Njoroge Kabari, a catechist at St. Mary Catholic Church in Ridgeways, who perished alongside his wife Teresia Wanjiru and their 2 sons, Michael Kabari, aged 6, and 1-year-old John Mark Kabui.
Hiyo habari mwasia ya Njoroge tulipokea na tukasikia tukiwa na huzuni sana, kwa sababu huyo mtoto Njoroge alikuwa mtoto wetu, mtoto tunampenda sana. Hata huyo mke yake tulikuwa tunampenda sana, hata hiyo watoto yake.
The fatal accident occurred in Karai area, Naivasha, while they were on their way to Gilgil, Nakuru County. According to the family members, their deaths have left a deep void, particularly for Njoroge's elderly parents, who depended heavily on him.
Hadi hiyo mtoto yangu alienda, tulikuwa tunagana vizuri sana. Anagana na mama yake, tunagana na yeye, anasema atatuletea vitu vya kusaidia sisi kama vile alikuwa anafanya kitambo. Mimi hapa nawaambia nyinyi, nilikuwa simalizi hata wiki 2 bila hospitali. Ikiwa ni Gatundu, ikiwa ni Keyu, ikiwa ni wapi, ikiwa ni Germany, kule Kenyatta, nimeshapelekwa huko na Njoroge.
And as preparation for their burial begin, the family is appealing to well-wishers for support, noting that the scale of the tragedy is overwhelming and beyond their current means.
Kwa wahisani wema wale wanaweza kujitolea watusaidie kwa kuwapumzisha, kwa vile kupumzisha watu 4 familia moja ni kazi gumu.
The deceased are survived by their daughter Claire Wairimu, who narrowly escaped death and is currently hospitalized at Nairobi West Hospital, Naivasha branch. Meanwhile, National Police Service has rolled out enforcement measures to curb the increasing cases of road accidents that have been witnessed since the beginning of the new year. Targeted operations will be enhanced in the country's black spots. All motorists and road users have also been urged to be vigilant, as emphasis is placed on speeding, drunk driving, unroadworthy vehicles and PSV compliance, and an intensification of breathalyzers test.
As a motorist as well as a pedestrian, you are encouraged to adhere to road use safety guidelines. Now, to matters education, schools at Gitwembe and Angata Birikoi along the Narok Migori Road remain closed following a long-running land dispute that has fueled tension in the area. Parents, learners and teachers say they now find themselves torn between schooling and guarding their homes to prevent frequent attacks that have intensified along the border area. Timothy Kipnusu now reports.
Three days since schools reopened for the first time, learners in Gitwembe and Angata Barakoi along the Narok Migori border are yet to set their foot in their classrooms. Heavy presence of police in patrol is what welcomes one here. Angata Barikoi, one of the busiest border towns, remains deserted. In the recent flare-ups in the area, 7 people were left dead and thousands displaced.
Waume zetu wanauawa kama juzi mume wangu aliuawa, sina amani. Na serikali ipo kesho na kesho kutwa, serikali inakuja wanataka kura. Kama wamemaliza makura zote tutapeana nini?
Unajua wakati marisasi inapigwa hapa, ichameni, hakuna kujali kwamba ile ni shule wala ile ni nini. Marisasi inalia kila mahali.
Hii mafaili ya watoto wa shule imetupwa hapo.
One of the elders here narrates to us how he was attacked and shot by armed gangs. He says the situation still remains dire.
Kwa sababu kama mimi wamenipiga risasi, huyu DC alituma askari akakuja akanipiga risasi kwa tumbo hapa. Ndio hii alama mahali iliingia, akacross hivi. Hii ni operation nilifanywa hapa. Na risasi nyingine walinipiga kwa mkono. Ndio hii hapa.
Classrooms that should be filled with pupils and hosting lessons in the new calendar year are deserted.
Inauma sana. Yaani unaona madarasa kama hivi wanafunzi wako, madaktari tutatoa wapi? Wanafunzi ndio tunategemea wakuwe madaktari, walimu wafunze watu. Mkipenda mtusaidie, unaona maklasi kama hizi ziko empty. Hakuna, na tunategemea wanafunzi wataingia lini.
Men could be seen armed with arrows to protect themselves and their property.
Watoto wametoroka. Wengine wametorokea kwa jamii zao Tanzania, wengine wako hapa Kenya. Hawa watoto wataenda shuleni kwa sababu pia wengi wao wameweza kujihami ili waweze kulinda maboma yao ama waweze kulinda, kwa sababu marisasi yanalia kutoka asubuhi mpaka jioni.
Parents, learners and teachers say they now find themselves torn between schooling and guarding their homes to prevent frequent attacks that have intensified along the border area.
Sahi walimu wetu wangekuwa wamekuja kwa sababu wanatoka sehemu mbalimbali wanakuja. Lakini sahi hakuna walimu hapa. Wameokopa kwa sababu ya pita. Amani imekosa. Serikali tusaidieni. Tusaidieni jamani. Kwani sisi si wa Kenya.
The residents are calling on government agencies to urgently intervene and find a lasting solution to the conflict.
Unauma kwa sababu watoto wetu wanakaa nyumbani na sasa watoto wengine wanaendelea masomo shuleni. Na sio wakati ya raundi moja, kila wakati, kila wiki, kila mwezi. Shida hiyo haimaliziki. Marisasi inapigwa hapa usiku mchana.
And those students and pupils there are expected to compete, in a level playing field when it comes to education. Something needs to be done in as far as peace building is concerned in that particular area. We hope that the authorities get to do something about it. Now to sports. The National Olympic Committee of Kenya has launched a new athlete sponsorship program aimed at ensuring Kenyan athletes are fully supported on their road to the Olympics. 8 athletes have already been selected for the first program, and they include, among others, tennis sensation Angela Okutoi, Africa fencing champion Alexandra Ndolo, and Africa beach wrestling bronze medalist Makaliba Matayo Matonya. They will benefit from a structured financial and technical support covering training, competition exposure, and athlete welfare as Kenya starts her preparation for the Los Angeles 2028 Olympic Games.
In a move designed to eliminate financial and structural barriers to Olympic success, National Olympics Committee of Kenya has officially launched the Individual Athlete Scholarship Program, a targeted sponsorship initiative under the International Olympics Committee's Olympic Solidarity Framework. Speaking during the launch, National Olympics of Kenya President Shadrack Maluki emphasized that while Kenya has never lacked talent, modern Olympic success now requires a deliberate investment, early planning, and sustained support.
And these scholarships mean a lot to these athletes because they pave the way to the pathway program to the LA 2028. These scholarships will be supporting individual athletes to practice, to ensure that the requirements or whatever they need in terms of financial support, it's provided by NOC.
The scholarships are meant to ensure athletes no longer rely on chance, personal sacrifice, or last-minute preparations to compete at the highest level. 8 athletes have been selected as the first beneficiaries of the sponsorship program. They include Angela Okutoi, Priscilla Wangoi, Joshua Amonga Mboya, Juliana Anyango Ongonga, Haniel Maindi, Alexander Ndolo, Mahabila Matayo, and Sarah Faustina Mose.
I know this scholarship is going to help me towards preparation to LA 2028, and I'm really going to work hard to qualify this time and, to bring medals as well. So my preparation as of now has started, and I have a tournament now as we speak. So I'm really trying to improve my ranking points, to see myself qualify with the ranking and not being able to go to All African Games. But I'm just happy, and thank you again.
With Los Angeles 2028 now firmly in focus, Knox says the scholarship program marks the beginning of a new era of structured Olympics preparations, one designed to ensure Team Kenya arrives at the Games confident, competitive and fully supported.
Well, that puts a cap on matters in the headlines. Be sure to peruse our website, that is www.kbc.co.ke, for further details on information cutting across sports, business, as well as what is happening in the global scene. We know we're also keeping tabs on developments between the United States of America as well as Venezuela there, with reports coming in indicated that the United States of America has waylaid a Russia-bound Venezuelan oil tanker over the seas there. We're going to be keeping tabs on that to just look at what that means then in as far as geopolitics is concerned. I'm Regina Manyara. I want to hand you over to Mike Megwe for the next conversation, especially when he looks at governance, leadership, as well as the place of the youth in this particular spectrum, especially when it comes to matters of politics and leadership. Now, over to you, Mike Megwe.
Thank you very much, Ray. And you've alluded to exactly what we are going to talk about, because 2026, we are in the new year, and the youth have a role to play. And when you look at last year's events, and especially when you looked at how the IEBC was conducting voter registration, it was expected that the youth would come out in large numbers to vote. And even you look at how the youth did vote in the by-elections, it was, many people did say it was, according to them, below what they expected. So, in the new year, are we going to see changing trends in how the youth engage in matters to do with governance, electoral process, politics? What does 2026 portend for the youth in this country in that aspect? And remember that it's not lost on us that the youth make up the majority of the population in the country, but when it comes to matters of governance, politics, political space, democratic space, they feel like they are underrepresented. So what does 2026 present to the youth of Kenya right about now? Because they are very vocal when it comes to matters of governance. We've seen the last 2 years when the youth have made their voice heard in matters of governance and the way the country is being run. They contribute to matters of economy, how the economy is. And so today we want to delve, just paint a picture of what the opportunities of that 2026 as the new year it presents to the youth, because decisions that are made on matters to do with taxes, decisions that are made to do with matters on economy, politics, leadership, they are going to shape what the youth, or how the youth are going to behave, or how they are going to gravitate towards matters of how this country is run. And so being the first future voices of 2026 right here on Good Morning Kenya, we want to just delve on that and ensure that we have at least a projection of what the year is going to be. And so in studio, I'm joined by two brilliant gentlemen to help me talk about this matter and to just paint that picture that I've just described. And on my far right, I'm joined by Darren Hart, who is a civil engineer, BSc, and also a youth leader. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's been a minute.
Nice to have you today.
Yes. And also Evans Kirago, who is a lawyer. Karibu sana to Good Morning Kenya.
Asante. Good morning. I'm good.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Mwaka inampelekaje? It's been, now it's the 8th day. This is the 8th day of the new year. And actually, you look at the roads. Yesterday, there were reports that we have lost over 31 people in the last 6 days, the first 6 days of the year, which should be alarming in terms of how people are using the roads. And so, if you're using the road, be mindful of everyone else who is using the road. Let's get into today's conversation. When you think about 2026, let me start with you, Darren. Do you see opportunity for the young people given the current state of affairs?
Yes, definitely. I see opportunities for the youth. And especially last year, when the youth started to see things between the needles, not just when they say seeing things between the needles, it's because you have awakened. And this 2026 is going to shape the politics of Kenya and Africa forever. It's not going to be as business as usual, because the young people, we know where the problem is, the leadership. We know what the member of parliament are supposed to do. We know how to put these people to account, because over the years we've been talking, oh, these MPs doing this thing, oh, we don't know about the CDF, but it's now time to get the wrong people and the right people to do the right thing. Yes, it's now time.
It's now time.
Yes.
Wakili, what do you see as the opportunities within 2026 for the young people?
Thank you so much, Mike. My name is Evans Kiragu, and specifically I see a lot of opportunities for the youth when it comes to matters of innovation. I see a lot of opportunities. When it comes to matters businesses and startups, I see a lot of opportunities. I see a lot of opportunities career-wise when it comes to the legal profession, when it comes to the engineering profession, as my colleague on the right is entrenched in, and there are a lot of opportunities generally when we look at the wide spectrum. But politically speaking, there are equally a lot of opportunities when it comes to seeking for leadership within the political parties, also ensuring that they have a voice in those political parties, because oftentimes you find that we look at the youth as the youth wing. We don't look at them as people who can also make decisions on the table. So I see a lot of opportunities to also entrench themselves in the political parties rightfully, and also demand their share, because when we look into the 2027 election, we are looking at a whole new array of leadership. We are looking at a whole new array of people who are, engineers, people who have fresh ideas, people who have great opportunities for this country. So there is a lot in store this year, and we're looking forward for the best. Yes.
Within the ecosystem of governance, what do you see as the area that the youth need to influence when it comes to governance, and especially at the national level and at the grassroots level?
Okay. Even as we say we have opportunities, it's true. But now the problem is, on the ground, things are different. We still have millions of young people with no opportunities. But last year, as we were closing the 2025, the Kenyan government posted a 4.9 GDP growth percent. And that one is not reflected on the real things on the ground. We still have millions of youth crying of jobs, some not going to education, getting education and opportunities. And so it's now time to get the positive growth of the country to reflect on the lives of the youth. That will be perfect. Coming to your question, the gap in the political area has always been the corruption. And politics has been made to be very, very expensive, because to vie for a member of parliament, you need like 30 to 40 million, even 50 million in store for you just to go and vie for a seat. And so this one kicks women, kicks normal Kenyans and even the youth out of the box, and only leaves it to the elites and the rich.
One would ask, why do you need all that amount to go campaign and you're selling your ideas to the electorate?
Okay. On paper, it's very simple. You just need maybe the nomination money, and it's good that many parties you can pay 50%. But on the ground, many Kenyans are suffering, they are angry. And what those politicians do, they come with that kind of money, they come with entourage of cars, they dish out money, and you just come just as an individual, which is no problem. But the youths will be paid to fight you as a youth, because a crowd will be sent to disrupt you. You will not even speak, you will not even walk. So they have made politics to be very, very expensive. When you think about it, you are not thinking about it because of nomination, because of how you will survive. One, your life will be in danger because people will be bought to fight you. The goons will come from even Kisumu to come and fight you in Nairobi, where you are vying from. And so it's now time to talk about how we can standardize the rate of vying. For example, when you read on social media, for you to vie for a presidential seat, which I'm ready to, I'm even wondering how I'm going to face William Ruto, Kalonzo with Uhuru Kenyatta, and myself as a youth. Of course, I can raise the 2 million for nomination. What about the choppers that will be flying around? So it's up to Kenyans to decide and say, this time round, we want to vote Darren Hart, regardless of whether he has money or not. Yes, that is where the problem is.
All right.
You need billions, my friend, to vie for presidents.
We are going to come back to this conversation because politics, we've raised something that touches on politics of tolerance. And that is a point that we are going to continue on when we come back from this short break. Stay with us.
Dadi amepeleka Cindy shule, lakini najua amemwachia kwa fence.
Hii
school fees ya Cindy imelipwa yote.
Umetoa wapi pesa za kununua viazi?
Hiyo sijali.
Mimi na Chief tunaulizana nini?
Hiyo kesi inakuhusu wewe.
Hizi ndio records zote uliachwa na Mira?
All 17 of them.
Itabidi nimwambie Chief, at least watoe kwa list ya wale kusaidiwa na serikali.
First of all, I'm very sorry.
Nyasi haijafyekwa, takataka imejaa. Huoni kiniharibia?
Tafanya kazi venye tuliagree.
3 days per week. Najua unatafuta pesa, lakini bila mpangilio utapoteza kwote.
A new era has come to KBC Channel 1 TV on your favorite gospel show, The Backyard, with me, DJ Tabs, as we introduce to you our new host, the one and only award-winning gospel artist, pioneer, Mr. Big Deal, Mr. General, the one and only.
Yes, man, I go by the name Hope Kid the General, Mr. Big Deal, new school dancehall pioneer, and I'm humbled to be your amazing host from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. each and every Saturday with DJ Tabs, the head girl, and we'll be having amazing conversation with some of the leading guest line here on this show.
Join us
each and every Saturday.
Usilie, ewe mwanadamu, usihadaike.
Mtu akitoa chafya akasema alhamdulillah, basi mtume anafundisha, wewe umemsikia, unamwambia ya rahmakallah, na yeye anajibu ya hadiyakallah wa yuslihu balaka. Haya ni mafundisho ya bwana mtume sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
Hapo ndio tunapata funzo kwamba kiongozi hapaswi kupuuza rai za watu wake. Hata kama wewe ni kiongozi, pendelea kusikiza rai za watu.
وتكون جبال كالإحم المنفوش فأما من ثقلت موازينه
welcome back. We are continuing in the conversation off air. So, yeah, welcome back. So, there's something that Darren raised. Politics of intolerance. Unalipwa 200, unalipwa 500, uende ukaharibia mtu mwingine mkutano yake. We saw on during the weekend a member of the parliament, the lady that was being mishandled, was it in Moranga? So the question here is, yes, we may have differing political views and political directions, but then again, as a young person, why would you be used to go interrupt someone's political gathering? Mkutano umewekwa hapo na mtu, you've been paid to go interrupt. Politics of intolerance. Going into 2026 now, Wakili, how do you see this changing? And if it has to change, what needs to happen?
I think our country has been designed in such a manner that we are kind of, what will I call it? We are kind of subservient to the political class. So in such a manner that if the political class gives me 200 shillings or 500 shillings to disrupt a meeting organized by our presidential candidate, let me use that term, I'll do it because I don't have the money as we speak. Because, for example, the taxation is too high. If I start my business, then city council are running all over. They want me to pay cess. Taxation is too high. If I want to start my business, I'll have to go for my license everywhere, within the county government. You see, the political class has captured the system, and in such a manner that people are desperate for, and they want to be, the political class wants us to be subservient to them. So what needs to be done is that this country needs to be fixed. If we talk about corruption, corruption has been institutionalized, it has been glorified. It is in such a manner that if we are not corrupt, then this is not Kenya. So we need to actually get rid of corruption. The system also, the people also, and the youth also need to come to a point where we don't actually embrace corruption. We don't actually say that ule ameiba, ule atatupatia kitu mzuri. So we need to stop that. We need to say that let them not steal. We have said no to corruption. We don't want your money. We just need to listen to your ideas. So we need to move from a money-oriented kind of politics to an idealized kind of politics, so that then we'll now move from this 200 shillings phenomenon that is currently there. Well, Rome was not built in a day, Mike, and we need to agree that it may take some bit of time, probably not even in the forthcoming election, but it is progressive realization. If we can then agree to take the baby steps that are there, then I know, I'm positive that we are actually going to achieve it. We are going to move from a money-oriented kind of politics to an idea-oriented kind of politics. Yes.
Last year there were by-elections that did happen, and there was voter registration building up towards that by-election. And many people are expecting that the young people will come out in large numbers to register and participate in the by-elections. But the expectations, they fell short of the expectation. Going into 2026, because now, unajua sasa, the election, we are not saying 2027, the election is next year actually. Next year actually. In terms of taking up the votes, what do you think really needs to be changed so that the youth can feel more, so that they can gravitate towards taking up these voters' cards and participating in the electoral processes?
Okay, so the reason why you find the youth not taking the votes is also a communication. The youth are communicating and saying that my vote doesn't count. They don't have the trust with the IEBC process. That is the reason many youth have the voter apathy. There's no need for me to go and vote because my vote will not count, because they don't have the belief and the confidence of the electoral process. How and why? Because even the by-elections that happened in Kiamba and Kakamega, you saw how it was bloody. It was like a war. So if that happens, it means the youth will not even have the belief or even the confidence that comes with that election process.
But then again, how are they going to make the change that they are yearning for?
Okay. This change will not run away from it. The change that we started in 2024, we need now to culminate it to votes, you know, because now we will want the electoral process to be followed, the laws to be followed, and to be no chaos whatsoever, you know. That is the problem, because if it happens over time, the youth, they fall and they become voter apathy. They will not want to go and vote. But even them not going to vote and taking the voter registration cards, it's also a communication. How many youths have done that? They don't want to be part of it because they don't believe in it. So what is the solution? The solution is install the electoral process the way it should be. Who is supposed to do what? Okay? Let's not hear about Form 32 what was not there. Why? Why do we have similar voting forms? Things like those, you know, it kills your desire and belief in the process. And you see, we need to move to a level where, you know, there's this rumor of Singapore journey. Now we need to move to Singapore journey, even the voting system. We need to go and relook what we are not doing good, and it's being done in Singapore, so that it comes a day where you just vote with your phone, where you are. Yeah, transparency at the peak. But this thing of going analog and papers, people thinking of stuffing and having some extra voting ballot papers, that is what we don't believe in as youths.
What happens, because now we are heading into that electioneering period next year, but you know the build-up will be very evident this year. What happens if the youth disengage from these civic responsibilities?
First of all, Mike, election is not an event. An election is a process. It's a continuum. And there are very many judgments that have actually been given to that effect, even highlighting the famous judgment of Maina Kiai. When we talk, allow me to comment briefly on the issue of the IEBC. When you talk about the IEBC, it has been given the mandate to ensure that it conducts the free and fair elections in this country. And when you look at the reforms that were there even before IEBC, before it even came to IEBC, it was now the ECK. There were very major reforms that were there, that now we have a commission and we have a secretariat that runs the operations, and now the commission that also looks into the policies that govern IEBC. So when you look at the elections, the by-elections that were concluded, and how IEBC conducted itself, which then spills over to my point on voter apathy, we see that the process didn't justify the actual means that were used. So we see that, for example, we had a candidate who had a questionable character with the EACC, and then he was approved to vie for an electoral position actually in Mbeere North. So we are looking at a process that was actually not done well, a process that didn't actually reflect the principles that are there in the Constitution of transparency, of ethics, of integrity. So then moving forward, the youth were actually dissatisfied with the process, and they said that if IEBC could then approve a person who is not supposed to vie for an electoral position to vie, then this is what actually 2027 will look like in as far as IEBC is concerned. But then not judging them with the past, let's assume that we are in the new year. When you look at the youth in the current year, and also moving into the 2027 elections, they are saying that, number one, we have to look into the principles of Article 10, that we have to have public participation in as far as tendering is concerned, and the issue of balloting is concerned. We have to have transparency in as far as election transmission is concerned. We have to have all these things in as far as election is concerned, so that then we are going to engage in the process, because you know you can't engage in a process that is murky, in a process that is not clear. So the youth are saying that if at all we are to vote in leaders, the right leaders, we need to have a system that is actually transparent and that is actually working for us. And if we need to move this country into the right direction, if we need to move this country post-2027, then this election cycle will actually dictate a lot of things. So it needs to be done well. It needs to focus on ensuring that it gives us transparent results. Yes.
The youth are very vocal when it comes to matters affecting the country. That is not something that we can ignore. But what do you think in terms of expressing themselves? What do you think they need to do different this year to ensure that they are contributing, yes, to the national discourse, they are contributing to matters of national interest, the way they are expressing themselves is done in a manner that they are heard? What do they need to do different?
Okay, there's a point I raised last time I was here, and I told you that as the young people, we need to move away from parties. That is where the problem is. Because these parties have become personal enterprises where you trade like business. Because in some parties, getting a ticket, you as a general youth or a general citizen is not easy. And so these matters of parties, we need to pull them out. Let's vote individual candidates. Let's try that, because these party things you see every time, they are party owners. They have several positions. For example, right now, I told you I'll vie for president. Now, which party will I go for? If I go for ODM, it has owners. If I go for UDA, it has owners. You can't even try to say I want to vie for president. They will tell you go and open your own party. So one thing that we should try, if it works, is electing independent candidates. And how do we put them to account? The youth should have a pledge in every area. Let's say it's a member of parliament, the one we were doing at Tugutuke Revolution. We have a pledge for a simple one, for MCA or member of parliament, that says, as a member of parliament, I'll report to the people. That is number one. Number two, I'll be coming maybe quarterly or maybe twice in 3 months. Number three, I'll be talking in parliament and representing my people. My people's view, not my view as a member of parliament. Then all those rules are in the pledge. You sign before the people in public. Let's say you're vying for Langata. All those people, you've heard their names. They come, they say, for me, I'm Darren Hart. I want to be member of parliament in Langata. Okay, or I want to be the president of Kenya. And this is what I'll do, this is what I'll do. Then I sign. If I don't do that, I should resign. Okay? Yeah, that one will work. Because the people, it will be the will of the people, not the will of the leader.
Okay.
And when the will of the people is observed and respected, all these systems will work. And in the next 5-10 years will be Singapore.
Let me ask you, he said matters to do with political parties. Are the political parties the problem?
I don't really think so. There are a couple of things here, Mike. Number one, if we look at the political structure in our country, it is difficult to survive without a political party. It is actually difficult to even go as an independent candidate. We have seen the difficulties that independent candidates face. And independent candidates oftentimes, they emanate from frustrations that have actually been orchestrated within the political parties. Say, for example, if I wanted to run for Kikuyu constituency through the DCP ticket and I'm not given that particular ticket, then I'll opt to run as an independent candidate. But first of all, I stemmed from the political party. So ideally, political parties are vehicles used to actually get you to the position that you are eyeing for. But the problem that is there, it's not the political parties, it's actually the lack of institutionalization of the political parties. That I've just mentioned it, it's a vehicle to getting you to the place that you want to get. It is not an institution by its own self. So you find that once I get to the position that I want to get to, then I'm not aligned to the ideals, the party ideals that I was aligned to when I was campaigning. So say, for example, we have a very good document, the UDA document, the bottom-up document that was actually launched by the deputy president then and the current president, that had a lot of things, that had a lot of things that he wanted to actually achieve for our country. But then, due to the lack of institutionalization of the political party, UDA, say, for example, then we lack the Keep Your Promise initiative, Keep Your Promise campaign, I call it that, that you can go against the manifesto that you actually gave to the people, because either way I was using it as a vehicle to get me to the place that I want to get to. So ideally speaking, political parties have to be institutionalized. They have to actually be held to account by the people who voted in these leaders and the political parties and those who believed in the ideals and in the party ideals. But aside from that, it's good to compare our system with other systems so that then we can have a broader perspective of the political parties. If you look, for example, at the advanced economies and the advanced countries, we have people who call themselves the left-wingers and the right-wingers. People who actually believe in a cause. People who actually believe that if you are a Republican or if you are a Democrat, this is how you're supposed to behave, this is how you're supposed to behave when you're in office. That's the point we have to get to as a country. Well, if we say that we run independently, then these people might not be held to account once they get to office. But we need the political parties to be institutionalized so that then we can hold them to account in a better manner. Yes.
For you, when we look at matters to do with accountability, if we are to hold them accountable in terms of what Wakili is saying, would that change things? Would that bring reforms?
Okay, I still maintain we do not need these parties. And why do I say so? It's because we don't have, in Kenya, we don't have a verifiable party with an ideology. What we have is nonsense and noise. You just hear somebody saying, oh, in ODM we believe in this, we believe in this. You read the ideologies of UDA and ODM, there's no difference. You go to Safina party, there's no difference. So when you go to, my brother here has talked about we should compare with the other countries that are doing well. When you go to the United States, for example, when you want to be a Republican or a Democrat,
yes,
there's something that is pushing you to join that party. But in Kenya, it's the founder that is pushing you to be in that party, or somebody who has connected you there, or you have money to buy a ticket. And that's why I'm saying, if we elect the independent candidates who have signed the pledge that will keep them accountable to the people, it will be the will of the people running the leaders.
Is that a guarantee that they won't be influenced?
Once they sign, the legal process
is that a guarantee that they won't be influenced once they get into parliament? Does that make them immune to?
Okay, if you go against what you've signed for, then the people themselves, the will of the people, will come for you. You know how the will of the people is very powerful. You saw it last year. That is the will of the people. So these parties we have, they are the worst, and they are the problem of the country, because they are not institutionalized, as my friend has talked about. And if they are not institutionalized, why are we using them? Let's try something else until we get verifiable parties with an ideology. That is when the country will move forward.
Do you think leaders really stick to the party ideologies in which they belong?
And I alluded to it earlier on. Leaders don't actually stick to the party ideologies. Leaders will use political parties as vehicles. They just use them as a stepping stone to getting them to political offices. But when they get there, they're not actually aligned to the party ideals. They're not aligned to, for example, UDA party ideals, because that's the current government. They're not aligned to Kenya Kwanza ideals, because I got there either way. So if I got there, there's no way that you people are going to hold me to account, because I just use this as a vehicle. So in direct response, they don't actually follow the party ideals. And that's a very unfortunate situation. And we actually need to relook into the structures that are there. So if, for example, we look into the party funding, because that's another thing. You know, he who funds you actually controls you. So if these political parties are funded by individual people, so that they can get to power, then these individuals are actually going to be controlling how these political parties are actually going to be delivering their manifestos. So if we can ensure, because there's the political funding that is actually entrenched in the Political Parties Act, that was passed some time ago, if we could follow that particular funding that is actually given and entrenched in that Political Parties Act, then this country will actually have institutionalized political parties that I, as Kiragu, will not control how the president is going to be achieving his manifesto simply because they fund his party. I don't know if you're getting the point. So if we can have the political fund running very well, then we'll have people following, at least, to speak of the least, people following the party ideals, because then they'll not be aligned to any particular person, but they'll be aligned to the party ideals that they...
Still on that party line, and still on you, Akili, the interest of the people and the ideals of the party, where you find leaders being told you have to toe the party line, but you find the party line and the interest of the people are misaligned. Where do you draw the balance?
Well, I think first of all, we have to start from a point of information. If I have not read the party ideals and I've just gone by the euphoria, say for example, DCP, I have not read the party ideals, then there's no way I'm going to hold that party into account. So we have to start from a point of, first of all, we have to read these manifestos. We have to interact with these manifestos very well. We have to read these ideals very well. So that then, when you are holding a person into account, you're saying that page so-and-so of your manifesto, you said so-and-so. So you have to do it because that's what I believed in. So from that particular point, then you have to get to a particular point that now the people actively engage these leaders. So say, for example, if bills are passed through parliament and they have stemmed allegedly from the party manifesto, then people have to engage with these bills. People have to engage with these laws. So that when we are coming from a point of public engagement, because the unfortunate bit that we have in our country is that we make a lot of noise in the media, we make a lot of noise in the streets, but we don't hit the nail on the head. We don't actually go and table our concerns with the rightful organs, even if it means tabling them through oral submissions or tabling them through memoranda, whichever means, we have to table our concerns. But aside from that, if these concerns are not adhered to, if these concerns are not listened to, then that's where the people's power come in. That's where Article 1 kicks in. That's where now we say that we now take our concerns to the streets. We have read, we have interacted, and now we are going to the streets. So people have to actively engage with these party ideals and manifestos so that we ensure that we are coming from a point of information. Yes.
Let's look at matters of influence and successful influence for the youth in 2026. If they were to make that successful influence within the sphere of governance, power, politics, how would that look like?
Okay, first of all, I wanted to just add something.
Yes.
You see, these parties, who say that the party leader must be the presidential candidate? Because every party leader is the one vying for presidency. Okay, when you say, where do we toe the line between the will of the people and the will of the party? You've read the constitution. What are the roles of the member of parliament? So that is clearly, we don't need these parties because we know all the rules, the work an MP or an MCA needs to do. But now what is the party telling that person to do? So you see, they need to remove those parties and put ideology-based, structured, institutionalized parties. We need to do that.
But going to... Okay. What should be the ideals of political parties?
The ideals of the political parties should be the people-centered interest. People-centered interest is what should be the ideals of the party. Education, water. You know, we have to buy water. In Kenya, we have to buy water. Water was for free. Long time ago, selling water was a taboo. Right now, the bills of water have gone high. So we need interest of the people to be kept at hand. the children are not going to school. Just yesterday, there's a parent who was talking about the daughter going to a junior school in Langata. 12,000, she cannot afford. So we need leaders who are going to think the basic needs of Kenyans.
So the question of successful influence, how would that look like?
Successful influence it comes like this. When Kenyans are awakened and they are now seeing between the needles, they let them not judge an aspirant based on how much money is dishing out. Because as I'm talking to you right now, in Langata there's a lot of money. Money going around. Just go to any youth group, you'll hear, this one gave us 200,000, this one has called us to a hotel at night, this one has given us these machines. You, as a leader who has the interest of the people, stepping into that fight is very, very expensive. And you see, those people will win the election using that money. When they win, they will not be doing the will of the people. They will be doing their own will to return their money. You understand what I'm telling you? So, for us to grow, we need to check these leaders. Let the youth and the Kenyans analyze the leader based on the qualities of leadership. Number one, integrity. Integrity is the software of leadership. Number two, a vision. You see, a leader without a vision is like a ship in the ocean without a compass. They will not know whether to sail to the north, south, east, or west. And this one is because these leaders who are coming with money, they don't have an integrity, they don't have vision. Because even if you have money, do something that is sustainable for the community. Something that is not in a corrupt way, or maybe bringing water or educating children, something like that. So, vet these candidates. And vetting a candidate is very easy. For example, for me, I told you that I'll vie for President of Kenya. When you want to vet me as the incumbent or the aspirant for presidential ticket, 5 years ago, where was I? What was I doing? 10 years ago, where was I? What was I doing? Now, today, what am I doing? I want to be the president of Kenya. Do I have the vision to carry the country? Okay, do I have the qualities of integrity, vision, courage to take the country up? Or do I have the money, the choppers, to fly around and dish out money? Yes.
2 seconds. If we get it wrong in 2026, what do we risk losing?
We risk losing our country, I'll say. Because if we get it wrong at this particular point in time, then it means that, number one, we're not going to achieve the free education that we always want. We're not going to achieve the water that we want. We're not going to achieve the healthcare that we want. We're not going to achieve a lot of things. So we need to ensure that we actually get it right at this particular point in time. Yes.
I want to close that discussion at that point, because we can spend a lot of time talking about things. But I think we get the idea that 2026, there's a lot that needs to happen. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for honoring the invite. That is Evans Kirago, who is a lawyer, and Darren Hart, who is a civil engineer and a youth leader. This conversation ends here, but don't go too far. Entertainment Thursday starts now with Vivian Ndegwa. My name is Mike Migwe. Stay with us.
Kwenye Mkulima, wiki hii tunaangazia usafiri kutumia waterbus huko Busia,
na vile kuwafuga samaki kwenye vidimbwi na kuwazalisha watoto wa samaki.
Kwa sababu ya sisi kuwa beach ambayo inadili na mambo ya samaki, wateja wakikuja kununua samaki wananunua nyanya, onion, unga, mahindi so imewapea a very upper hand, especially kwa hao wenzetu ambao wanaleta bidhaa kutoka Uganda.
Ungana nasi Jumamosi saa 10:30 hapa KBC Channel 1
kwa mseto kamili wa kilimo.
I'd ask you, what's one thing you personally do in January?
I lay the foundation for the year, and that goes beyond January. The pressure that comes with January, I would say, is very artificial. It's very artificial because January is not something that comes once in a while and suddenly. It's something that is very predictive.
So what kind of reset actually works?
It begins with a mental reset, your mindset. As a man thinketh, so is he. And that is not just cliche.
Ooh.
Do what you can with what you have. Do what you can with what you know. Do the best that you can.
I got God on my side, on my side. I got God on my side.
Celebrate. Manifest joy. Celebrate. Aha. Hii mwaka lazima idonjo. Saguda ntaifila hadi kwa mongo. Doba iko tao inachezwa hadi kwa nganya. Imeshika moshada, imeshika hadi tao.
Kuvuka mwaka tena so rahisi, so kawaida kuwa na afya poa so rahisi.
Nitakuwa busy this year. Na zile goals za gym ni this year. Mnamu sini advice this year. Niko kwa Saguda this year.
Sitasahau umbali umenitoa last year mpaka this year. Zile mbio zangu zitaifana na una baraka.
Oliver music again. Another Jesus and music. This year nitapambana, lazima ni make it. Tena nitakazana, lazima ni make it. This year nitapambana, lazima ni make it. Tena nitakazana, lazima ni make it. Kila kitu nataka nitapata this year. Zangu baraka nitapata this year. Kila kitu nataka nitapata this year. Na zangu baraka nitapata this year. Asiyefanya kazi basi na sile. Hivyo ndivyo tulivyofunzwa na Biblia. Kwa hii maisha bora tujitume. Kwa hali zote wewe jibu tuvumilia. Dele kuamka mbale. Make sure hali iko shwari. Akilini nitafika mbale. Target ni kubadilisha hali. Dele kuamka ngware. Make sure hali iko shwari. Akilini nitafika mbale. Target ni kubadilisha hali. As long as bado najituma. Na mimi ipo siku nitavuna. Nilichopanda changu kitakoma. Mimi naamini ya Maula. Kitu nataka nitapata this year. Zangu baraka nitapata this year. Kila kitu nataka.
Unique boy.
how the DJs want to be. It's the one and only
DJ Unique, the messenger.
I can't go on fooling myself. What I want most in this world is to marry you and be your wife.
What do you want? Are you going to reproach me again? I already told you that I'm going to do even the impossible.
Don't you realize that it's humiliating to be begging all the time? Especially now that Lucia is back with him.
What are you talking about? Did she tell you that?
They're looking for Mr. Rodrigo.
Excuse us for interrupting, but we have with us an arrest warrant for Rodrigo Zúñiga. A warrant for me?
Why is that?
For the murder of Miss Ligia Cervantes.
Jamani, si utaniua mwanamume wewe?
Kwa nini nikuue sikukua wakati ukiwa bado uko kerekani?
Basi wakati huu ndio mbaya.
Mama, kwanza nataka kuondoka, kuna mtu nataka kumuona.
Kwani degree hazitumwi?
Degree mama? Lawama zimekwisha. Unajua lawama mara nyingi haijengi. Na kwa nini iwe lawama? Tisa bana. Hichi namna gani bwana, mwanifanya mimi kama samaki navuliwa kwa mshipi? Au natiwa katika nyavu? Hichi kitabu bana. Mimi ni dema. Hichi kitabu ni cha mazoea. Wasikia sana? Mazoea na tabu.
Mungu, hichi kitabu si unaniambia kimepotea?
Hichi ni cha mazoea. Hichi kitabu alionipa ni mazoea.
Yaani mimi sifahamu hii city number. Hebu kitabu chenyewe kiko wapi?
Wanasema siku zote wale wa kushiba huonekana kwenye sahani, wengine wakasema sinia, na kwa kweli wale wa kushiba hapa katika shule ya Bookshine tumeuona.
Katika juhudi za kupunguza pengo la kijinsia kwenye elimu, kuna programu nyingi ambazo zimetengwa kando za kuangalia wanawake. Hizo programu zinasau pia kuwa kuna vijana ambao pia wanapitia changamoto sawasawa na za wasichana.
Tajeni wingi wa sentensi hii. Wingi wa sentensi hii. Chifu amemtuza mtawa.
Chifu wamemtunza mtawa.
Maajabu na miujiza.
Oya, mimi nimesepa, watoto tundali kazi, mimi nimesepa.
I've been changed by the one who give me peace. Oh, yeah. I never chose him, but he chose me first. Never give up on me. Never give up on me. He can love me today, and he can love me tomorrow. He gave me another chance, and he did it all by his grace. 'Cause I'm a sinner, I'm not perfect, but he delivered my soul from the dead. So now I can walk in line with my Father. I am a child of Kamazi. you how much you can gain if you can just go in there. Kichika, kichika, everybody ka kichika, kichika, everybody ka kichika, kichika, everybody ka kichika, kichika. Can't nobody show me the love the way my Jesus showed me his love. Can't nobody show me the love the way my Messiah showed me when he died for me, oh, cause I know he loved me. I know he got me, got me, got me, I don't fear nothing. Oh, I know you love me. I know you got me, got me, got me, I don't fear nothing. That's my daddy, oh.
And we get to start off our entertainment beat of the show with our first artist. And he is the one that you're just from watching right now from that music video. He goes by the name Barakito Rodrig. Barakito Rodrig. He is originally from the DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, grew up in Kenya and currently resides in the United States of America. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
But the pleasure's mine.
How are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling wonderful.
Is this the first time you're coming back to Kenya after leaving more than 15 years ago?
Oh yes, this is my very first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you noticed how different it looks, or you feel like it's still the same?
It looks very different, developed, and I can't find my way around.
Yeah, things have really changed. The development is
It's really nice.
It's visible.
Yes.
All right, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here on the show. Now, I want you to first get to speak to someone who's seeing you for the very first time. Maybe take us through your musical journey, where that all began and how it started.
Oh, my name is Barakito. I grew up here in Kenya, but I was really not singing much, but I grew up in a family where my mom and my dad are all singers, you know, and I received a prophecy whereby I was told that I was going to be an international singer, and it's something that I never believed was going to happen, but by God's grace, here I am today.
When did you receive the prophecy?
That was back in 2011.
And by that time, you had nothing to do with music.
I had
or
no
singing.
idea.
Wow.
I was in a choir, like in school, but not really like an individual artist. I never thought that was going to happen. I was just doing it, but it was not really something that I thought I was going to be. Yeah, and I never thought I would even be able to write a song.
Yeah.
I never saw myself as one, but it was by God's grace.
Yeah, so how did that come to happen now when you decided, okay, this is something I want to get into?
I didn't just decide, it just came naturally. I just found myself doing it. And then I ended up joining a choir at church. And then I found myself writing songs. And one day it dawned on me, I was like, wait, am I the one writing songs right now? And then I remembered that prophecy because I didn't believe it, to be honest.
Yeah. Unique, I'm sure you'll agree with me that most Congolese, I don't know, me the Congolese I know just sing. Like, I don't know if they are usually born with the talent of singing, but most Congolese are singers.
True.
Yeah? Unajua yeyote?
I have quite a number of friends.
Yeah.
Most of them they're just singers.
They're singers, right?
I've never find any rapper who's from Congo.
From Congo. Unless he tells us more about that. But I feel like most Congolese are singers, and that's something that you are really talented in. So when you got into singing, did it just was it automatic that you were going to do gospel music, or did you also start with maybe the Lingala, because that's what we mainly know, you know, that side of the world with, you know, you're really good with the Lingala genre.
With me, I didn't really start with the Lingala, but I grew up in church, you know, so it was just, I just found myself in gospel music because, like, I was told that I was going to be an international gospel singer, you know, and also me being a Christian, I'm not going to do anything apart from that. Yeah, and I started writing English songs, but I just didn't release English songs. I was just doing it and singing with my sisters, and then we started singing at church, and then I got a vision whereby I wanted to relate more back home. So I started writing Swahili songs. So most of my songs are in Swahili. And then I started doing some English as well. And recently I just released my first Lingala song.
Yeah.
After almost 7 years or so.
Wow. Nice. So you know, you reside in the US. Would you say it has been difficult for you to find maybe producers who get you, who get the kind of sound that you want to put out, or that hasn't been a challenge for you?
It's challenging for sure, but fortunately I had a friend of mine who was a producer. He was just starting, he was learning, and he was able to help me with like understanding my sound. But most of my instrumentals are actually done back here in Africa. Yeah, because it's hard to get a producer that understands the sound that we make.
It's a bit challenging
It
for
is,
you.
yeah.
All right. So I wanted you to take us through your process of music making. So where does it begin? Do you first have an idea? Do you dream about your lyrics? Just take us through the process of you making music to the point where now we get to watch the music and
my songs. Yeah, for me, mostly I get my songs from a dream. You know, yeah, I would just dream. God revealed those music to me in dreams, but also I don't think I've ever sat down and be like, okay, I want to write a song about this and this. It's just something that through prayers, God is able to reveal that to me. Yeah, and then when that happens, I just record it. Or when I'm dreaming, I dream about a song that it will sound familiar in the dream, but it's not really. Once I wake up, I record the song on my voice memo on my phone, and then I come back to it and then go to the studio and try to put it together.
Yeah. So how does that happen in the dream? Do you hear the melodies? Do you like, what exactly do you get from the dream?
Mostly it's someone else singing it.
Okay.
It's not me. Yeah.
Word for word of everything?
Yeah, word for word.
Oh.
Yeah, it will be someone singing the song, and then you know, when you're in the dream, it feels like reality, right? So I would hear someone singing the song, and I'm like, I really love that song. I really love that song. Where have I heard the song from? And then when I wake up from my dream, I'm like, wait, oh, that was just a dream, and I've never heard that song before. So that's when I get to record the song on my voice memo, so I don't forget it.
Oh, interesting. Unique.
Actually, I really need to work on my dreams.
You need to work on your dreams, because on your dreams unakimbizwa au sijui.
But anyway, I've been going through your YouTube channel, and I've really seen you've done a lot of collabs with the different artists. Since for now you're in Kenya, are we expecting any collab with a Kenyan artist?
Oh yes, I have a live recording, and so I'm having different collabs with different artists like Guardian Angel, David Kasika, Pastor Tumaini, Solomon Mkubwa, and I have another one from Tanzania, Victor Maestro. So.
All right, now that you've actually mentioned that, let's get into the live recording, because that's the main reason why you are in Kenya at this moment in time. So tell us about it. You know, when is it happening? And, you know, for those who maybe would love to come, are there any charges for it? Where is it happening? And how are you going to be going about that?
Okay. Yeah, so the live recording, we have a theme called God is Still Working, because we want to encourage people that they need to trust in God, you know, no matter what they're going through right now, and not doubt that God still exists. He's still working, and He will answer all their prayers. Yeah. The live recording itself is happening at the Kenya National Theatre, which will be happening on January 18th. Yes, and charge is absolutely free.
So it's free
Free
for
of charge.
anyone who would love to come, you know, witness the live
Everyone
recording.
is welcome.
Everyone
Yes.
is welcome. That's really nice. And have you had that lineup of artists?
Yeah,
That's definitely
they're
going to
amazing.
be, you know.
Yeah.
So you're working with Guardian Angel, you're working with Solomon Mkubwa, you're working with Pastor Tumaini, you're working with David Kasika, as well as the Tanzanian musician that you've also just mentioned. So this is, you have a song with each one of them individually, right?
Each one, yes.
Each one of them individually.
Individually, yes.
So you're doing a live recording of how many songs?
It's going to be about 10 songs.
Wow.
In total.
So are you recording for your EP? Are you recording for an album? Or these are just singles you want to put out?
First of all, how we're planning it, we're going to release them individually, and then we're going to combine into an album at the very end. Yes.
All right, so it's a whole band experience.
Oh, yes.
And that is something, I think, unique. We mentioned about this sometime last year, the fact that now most gospel musicians are going the live recording way. And there's something about the live recording that I feel like this other video production or whatever, not that it's bad, but there's just something about the live recording that really gets people, especially when it's gospel music. I remember you mentioning the other time that gospel musicians now are going more there.
More in live recording, because for me, I always say that in live recording, there's like kind of originality.
Oh yes.
From all artists, because you will hear the artist singing live.
Yes.
It's not like, of course they will record, but through the mic direct. You see, it will bring the liveliness and also the originality of the artist.
You get the feeling of the artist.
Exactly,
Is there a particular reason why you opted to do live recording?
Because I've never done a live recording before, but like he says, there's that it's authentic. You know, you get to feel everything. You know, and it's a concert, and everyone that's going to be there will experience the same thing at the same time. So this is an experience that I've always wanted to have. So
Are you working with a band from here, or you've come with your band?
Yes, I'm working with a band. One other artist I'm working with is Andrew Ngelelo. Yes, and Andrew Ngelelo is I'm working with his band actually. So I have a total of 6 artists I'm working with the collabo. Victor Maestro, Andrew Ngelelo, David Kasika, Solomon, and Guardian Angel. But I'm working with Andrew Ngelelo's band.
All right. Okay, there's the song that is very newly released, the one that you mentioned. It has a French term, so I won't even try to mention it. So tell us the name of the song. It's like 4 days old on YouTube.
Yes, it's called Tu m'as fait du bien. It's just...
Tu m'as fait
du bien.
Tu m'as fait du bien.
Yeah. Like you have done me well.
Tu m'as fait du bien.
Yeah, it's basically just talking about the great things that God has done for me. I was just telling God that you have done me well. That song is really like a testimony, you know, and especially we're starting this new year. I know there's a lot of things that happened last year, and we're just giving thanks to God because He has done great things in our lives. So I had to do something.
So you decided this one now you're doing it in French. It's the whole vibe of, you know, it's French and all. It's a
French and
collaboration.
Lingala.
French and Lingala.
It's a collaboration with an artist that's right now in Congo, Kinshasa. Her name is Jemima Mbie. Yes, so she's someone that that I enjoy listening to. I really enjoy listening to her, and so I decided to reach out and do something with her.
All right, how about we get to listen to the song and then we come back and finish off with the interview. Unique?
Okay.
And there you have it. Now we need to finish off the interview. Maybe we can finish by you just letting people know where they can find you on social media for those who would want to, you know, who have now known you for the first time and would love to keep, you know, following up on everything that you'll be doing in terms of releases. So that's your camera. Just talk to the people back at home.
Okay, I can be found on social media by the name of Barakito Rodrig. That's my name. So you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere. And also I have my songs on iTunes, Spotify, and all digital platforms. So I have the new live recording that's coming up on the 18th of January at the Kenya National Theatre. So everyone is welcome. The entrance is absolutely free. And I have new songs that will be coming up, so you have to follow my YouTube, subscribe, and also you'll be able to get notifications when I release something new.
All right, thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you
so
on
much.
the show this morning.
Thank
All right,
you.
now you know where to be at on the 18th of this month. That is at the Kenya National Theatre. And the entrance is totally free, so you have no excuse. Tunajua ni January, so wame to consider. Hakuna tulipi tickets, tunaingia free of charge. So make sure that you make your way there on the 18th and get to enjoy the live recording that will be happening right there. This is where we end this interview. Do not go too far. Entertainment Thursday gets to continue. And when we come back, I'll be having a conversation with someone who has been in the industry for the longest time. Talk about enzi za kina Kalamashaka, and he was among their producers. And he's also a Grammy-nominated producer, so you definitely do not want to touch that dial. See you in a bit.
Jesus, you dey give me love I have never seen. So fata konje, yo kuririmbira, oh iteki man. Kama wewe niko yetu kuma tutesa, kukenda na naye suli kwa kutesa. Yanesha juru kudo chondes like, akira yo so tuza tutambe, akakufeki ngumo netera. Danse comme ça, bouge comme ça. Ta fille c'est mambo yo kuririmba kompa na raba bali we. Moi je danse comme ça, danse comme ça. Jesus, you dey give me love I have never seen. So fata konje, yo kuririmbira, oh iteki man. Kama wewe niko yetu kuma tutesa, kukenda na naye suli kwa kutesa. Yanesha juru kudo chondes like, akira yo so tuza tutambe, akakufeki ngumo netera. Danse comme ça, bouge comme ça. Ta fille c'est mambo yo kuririmba kompa na raba bali we. Moi je danse comme ça, danse comme ça. Imba bitonyi jano babutse kungwanya aho gichonsa banu kungomeza hasta la vista to my fia oh imanani ya baba sino baba ibyo satana fuga never mind oh zirundo ngoro yemwo singata never fear even in the fire kama vile bigo yetu kama tutesa kugenda na naye zuliko kutesa yanesha juru for the twat test like this agira yeso choza dota
Unique boy.
Lady
reggae bashment crew.
In the place, good girl step up, no man contest. Who that one fittest? East African bashman, the best. Look how we spread fire up on the place. Flash up on your lighter, rooms we are blessed. It no matter wearing trouser address. Party is a party, so we blaze up the place. Party is a party, so we blaze up the place. Say goodbye, won't you come with me? Light under the sycamore tree, and after maybe you and me can go down a Shashamani. Goodbye, won't you come with me? Light under the sycamore tree, and after maybe you and me can go down a Shashamani.
Everybody just push up your hand. Hey oh, hey oh. Pretty girl on the block, put you wind up your waist. Hey oh, hey oh. All of them good boy around just mash up the place. Hey oh, hey oh. These are the East African reggae bashment crew. Hey oh, hey oh. Unstoppable combination since the Fugees. Step on stage like we step in a movie. Love child, violations and you better sue me. It take a whole lot of problem if you do me. Can a love child ever get a chance to go? East African lady, my bashment lady. Can a love child ever get a chance to go? East African lady, my bashment lady.
Excuse me. Number one, me upon them. Batman making me surround them. Give them no space for excuses. Whether woman or man, just rub up them.
Strong face survive while they wake them a cry. Eliminate all the boss man around. Put them on, feed the tight to them off. Step up them head with a get the unboard.
King of the jungle, love child, first lady, Washington Hammond.
Honey Hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing East African bashment crew. They know them fire. Work it, you know them fire. Work it, you know we fire. Work it, you know we fire. Work it, fire, fire. You know we fire. Yes, man, we fire. You know we fire. You know we fire.
In the club, everybody just push up your hand. Hey oh, hey oh. Pretty girl on the block, put you wind up your waist. Hey oh, hey oh. All of them good boy around just mash up the place. Hey oh, hey oh. These are the East African reggae bashment crew. Hey oh, hey oh.
In the place, good girl step up, no man contest. Who that one fittest? East African bashman, the best. Look how we spread fire up on the place. Flash up on your lighter, rooms we are blessed. It no matter wearing trouser address. Party is a party, so we blaze up the place. Party is a party, so we blaze up the place. Say goodbye, won't you come with me? Light under the sycamore tree, and after maybe you and me can go down a Shashamani. Goodbye, won't you come with me? Light under the sycamore tree, and after maybe you and me can go down a Shashamani.
Everybody just push up your hand. Hey oh, hey oh. Pretty girl on the block, put you wind up your waist. Hey oh, hey oh. All of them good boy around just mash up the place. Hey oh, hey oh. These are the East African reggae bashment crew. Hey oh, hey oh. Unstoppable combination since the Fugees. Step on stage like we step in a movie. Love child, violations and you better sue me. It take a whole lot of problem if you do me. Can a love child ever get a chance to go? East African lady, my bashment lady. Can a love child ever get a chance to go? East African lady, my bashment lady.
Excuse me. Number one, me upon them. Batman making me surround them. Give them no space for excuses. Whether woman or man, just rub up them.
Strong face survive while they wake them a cry. Eliminate all the boss man around. Put them on, feed the tight to them off. Step up them head with a get the unboard.
Everybody just push up your hand.
please. I can't go on fooling myself. What I want most in this world is to marry you and be your wife.
What do you want? Are you going to reproach me again? I already told you that I'm going to do even the impossible.
Don't you realize that it's humiliating to be begging all the time? Especially now that Lucia is back with him.
What are you talking about? Did she tell you that?
They're looking for Mr. Rodrigo.
Who? Excuse us for interrupting, but we have with us an arrest warrant for Rodrigo Zuniga. A warrant for me?
Why is that?
For the murder of Miss Ligia Cervantes.
Mzee Mombasa. Jamani, si utaniua mwanamume wewe.
Kwa nini nikuue sikukua wakati ukiwa bado uko kerekani?
Basi wakati huu ndio mbaya.
Mama, kwanza nataka kuondoka, kuna mtu nataka kumuona.
Kwani degree hazitumwi?
Degree mama?
Lawama zimekwisha. Unajua lawama mara nyingi haijengi. Na kwa nini iwe lawama?
Tisa bana.
Hichi namna gani bwana, mwanifanya mimi kama samaki navuliwa kwa mshipi? Au natiwa katika nyavu?
Hichi kitabu bwana,
mimi ni dema.
Hichi kitabu ni cha mazoea. Wasikia sana?
Mazoea na tabu.
Mgongo hichi kitabu si unaniambia kimepotea?
Hichi ni cha mazoea. Hichi kitabu alionipa ni mazoea.
Yaani mimi sifahamu hii city number. Hebu kitabu chenyewe kiko wapi?
Differently. I started playing wheelchair basketball. I went to sitting volleyball. Before I knew what, I was in powerlifting. And is when I in wheelchair and also in paravolley, sitting volleyball, I became a leader. 2012-2016 as the Secretary General for the entire country. After that is when I was like, I will get confused in the middle. So I need to sit and, even be okay. I believe in God also. I just told God, now this one, I have to have a primary sport.
The National Gender Equality and Disability Inclusion Awards 2025 was an incredible celebration dedicated to recognize the people and organizations making the world more inclusive.
Differently.
Thank you for staying with us. Entertainment Thursday gets to continue. And as promised, I have with me someone who, if I do say so myself, has the whole of hip-hop and rap, history. Kenya's hip-hop and rap history. He's among the people that if you go to them, you'll get to understand where our hip-hop evolved from and how it's moving over the years. That is none other than Kunta. Kunta is a Grammy-nominated producer and is a producer that has worked with so many artists, beginning with the pioneers of Swahili rap, who are none other than the legendary Kala Mashaka. Welcome to the program,
Thank
Kunta.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you. I'm humbled.
Now, where do I begin with you with this interview? Where do we start? Okay, let's begin with just how far back your music began, because I know you started off as a rapper.
Yes.
And off the screen, you were telling me you first went into a recording studio while you were in class 6. So
Yes.
let us begin there.
That's way back. I started off as an artist, not even an artist. I started off as a poet, writing poems in books, not doing homework and just writing poems in my books in school, while in primary school. But the earliest memory I can have of me going to a studio was around class 6.
Yeah.
Class 6, that was around 1995, 96.
Wow.
So that's back in the day. So I was in a group then, we went to a studio. But the funny thing is, when I went to the studio, I didn't get into the studio. I was the one who stayed outside because the studio was full. So I was the one who stayed outside the studio. So that was my first experience in the studio. So after that, we formed a group in primary school called KMD. And the funny thing is, all the other guys aren't doing music. I'm the only one doing music apart from all those guys.
Okay.
So after primary school, I started up another group while we were still at home in my hood. Then it evolved into another group now which was called Kunta Kinte. That's where Kunta comes from.
Yeah.
We were two guys. We were a duo, Kunta and Kinte. Well, I was Kunta and there's Kinte. So we started doing music together. But after that, I felt there was something missing in our production. So that's when I started moving into production side.
Yeah.
But because I'm a self-taught producer, I never went to school to study production.
Now, when you say you're a self-taught producer, you know, I can imagine back then, you know, you didn't have the privilege of the internet
the
as much
YouTubes
as we
and such.
do right now.
Yes.
When someone can just decide, I'll do my research online and I can be really well self-taught. So how did you go about your self-teaching?
Yeah, I'm a very keen learner, and I'm very observant of my surroundings. So I learned from my fellow producers who are legendary producers, people like Shaki of Mandugu Digital, there's K-Dog, and a lot of other producers in the game who are studying, who are doing music at the time. So, like I said before, I'm a very observant guy, and I was very keen to get off my production journey. So I learned a lot from them just by seeing, and what enhanced my production skills is when I got my first laptop. It was a mini laptop, like a small laptop like this, like a 1 GB RAM laptop.
Yeah.
So it didn't fit any apps that could make music, but I only had one app. So I used to use that app like crazy, like I did my 10,000 hours. Let me just say that. I just did my 10,000 hours.
You put in the work.
Yes. Now, but with the advent of YouTube now,
Yeah.
it really improved my skills up to where I am right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, we know Kalamashaka as the pioneers of rap music, specifically Swahili rap in the country. And you've worked with them. You worked with them back then. You're still working with them to date.
Yes.
So if you can just take us through that, you know, I would love to understand how much hip-hop and rap has evolved over the years. That is Kenyan hip-hop and rap, beginning with while you started with the pioneers who are Kalamashaka to date. How would you say that evolving, or how much evolving has happened?
Yeah, like I said before, I started off as a rapper. And what influenced me to start off as a rapper was listening to Kalamashaka, because their first hit came out in 1998, Tafsiri Hii. And in 1998, I was in primary school still. I was in, I think, class 7, class 8. So they have a big influence of who I am till today.
Yeah.
Because working with them was so influential to what I'm doing as a producer, even as a producer nowadays. What they did to for the Kenyan hip-hop industry is unprecedented, because they laid the foundation for so many artists, not just me, even the big artists we see today. Yeah, so the impact has been well felt, and much respect to Kalamashaka for what they're doing, and they're still doing it. I'm still working with them. So shout out to Kalamashaka and what they've done for the industry.
Yeah, we saw them perform at Culture.
Yeah,
last
we were there in Culture.
It was beautiful.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
It was so beautiful. So how would you say hip-hop has changed over the years?
Hip-hop has changed. It has evolved, because the kind of hip-hop that we grew up on was referred to as boom bap because of the sound. That was the boom bap, which I'm still doing because that's my background. But it has evolved into drill, there's trap, now there's Afrobeat, there's trap soul, but it has evolved. But the most important thing with hip-hop, we have to take note of where it started from. As much as it started from the Bronx in the United States, we've owned it and made it our own with the Swahili rap and our own style of production as well. Because my style of production is hinged on sampling. But I'm more into sampling Kenyan sounds, which makes it more authentic and ours at the end of the day. Yes.
Let's talk about sampling. When we're talking about sampling, how does that look like? You know, like, let us in on that. Tukiongelelea, you know, you've sampled someone's music.
Yes.
How does that look like? How do you go about that?
Yeah, when we talk about the legalities first, you have to work on copyright. You have to give credit to where it's due from where you've sampled, and pay royalties as well to the guys you've sampled from. But apart from that, I can define as what I do in sampling is called crate digging in the crates, because we sample from vinyls, because vinyls are most usually stored on crates. So that's why it's called digging in the crates. So that's where we get our sound. We go digging in the crates, like in so many record stores, to find sounds that are obscure, sounds that have been forgotten, and make them more popular because guys from way back, from this time, don't know the sound that was back in the day. They don't know the Les Wanyicas, they don't know the Maroon Commandos, they know Fadil Williams. But when we sample songs like that, we introduce that kind of sound to the new generation, which now perpetuates the longevity of the songs as well.
All right. There has always been the conversation of what is the Kenyan sound, what is our sound. You know, there's always there's always that conversation, and sometimes it turns into an argument. Some people saying we don't have an authentic Kenyan sound. Some saying, you know, this or that. So from your point of view, what is our Kenyan sound?
For me, from my own point of view, I won't really advocate for a sound, because when we advocate for a sound, we are boxing ourselves, meaning we can't get out of these limits. So because art is an expression, so it's all about expressing yourselves. Like each one of us has different fingerprints, so each one of us can express themselves differently. But one thing that I can say that can make us come together and maybe create a sound, so to say, use of the Swahili language. Because Swahili is one of the most spoken languages in the world, actually. Swahili has over 200 million speakers worldwide. So that tells you the power of Swahili and how we can leverage on that to get our sound to the global audience. Yes.
So if you were to advise the people who are in music right now, musicians, you would advise them to go more on the Swahili sound?
I'll advise them to go to what feels authentic to them. Because not everyone can speak Swahili as fluent as we can. There's someone who can speak Digo, there's someone who can speak Kikuyu. That's their authenticity, that's their truth. So I'll advocate for them to sing their truth and to speak their truth. Because music is all about speaking your truth.
All right.
Yes.
Unique.
So, since you've been in the industry for the longest time, like you mentioned, you've worked with the Kina Kalamashaka.
Yes, still working with them.
Way So how can you compare the hip hop of this generation and the older generation? How can you compare it right now? Is there any improvement or bado tuko
ama tumeangusha?
Ama tumeangusha. Tunaweza kuwa tumechoma na bado
tunaweza kuwa tuliharibu hip hop.
Hip hop has never lost its essence because of people like Kalamashaka and other people that are doing the real hip hop. But music has evolved, not just hip hop. Music, because of the technology as well, music has really evolved because of the technology with the streaming. Because back in the day we didn't have streaming. Yeah, because now for us going into the music industry back in the day, we used to sell physical copies of the CD. Now we have streaming, we have Spotify and such. So the people accessing music is much easier. But the downside to having the music on streaming, it doesn't pay as well as selling the physical copies. Because if I have 1,000 CDs and I sell at 100 shillings, I'm sure I'm going to get
your 100K.
100 Gs. But if I get 1,000 streams, it's not equivalent to 100,000 shillings. It's not even like $20, $2.
Oh, really?
Yes, they pay in cents actually. So streaming is not really favorable for artists. Even the big artists who do big numbers, they don't really get a lot of money. They get their money from shows and merchandising. Yes.
Oh. And let's talk about the sound. Let's compare the sound of the old time and this generation right now. How can you compare? Is it somewhere or? For me, the sound ilikuwa ile ya kitambo ilikuwa like.
Ilikuwa authentic. It was rich.
Exactly.
Yes. And one of the things that made the sound rich is because most of the sound was being produced by analog machines. Machines, and most of the music was being played live. So that brings the richness and the authenticity in the music. Not unlike now, which I'm not throwing a shade on, but now it's much more digital. Everybody has his DAW, kuna FL Studio yako, kuna Logic, kuna nini. So the sound is going to be different in terms of how it sounds. But people are working well with those sounds and producing good music as well. So you can't take anything away from it as well. But you have to adapt, man. You have to adapt.
Yeah, you've worked with one of the most conscious rappers.
Yes.
That is KRS.
Yes.
KRS-One.
Yes.
Tell me about how that happened and you know what that did to your production career.
Yeah. So KRS-One is known as the father or the teacher in hip-hop, in the kind of hip-hop that we do. So I met KRS-One through one of our mutual friends. It's called Moa Olodumare. He's from South Carolina. I've been working with him for a minute. So he's part of KRS-One's crew called the Temple of Hip Hop. So KRS-One was looking for beats for his next project. So he told him there's a guy in Kenya who's a good producer. I've been working with him. Maybe you should get in touch with him and get some beats from him. And that's where the connection came in. KRS reached out to me, we talked, I sent him the beats, and he was really impressed. Actually, even he did like a whole shout out, just giving me my flowers, telling me how good my beats are. Yeah, so it was really powerful, and it really gave my career a boost, and it exposed me to a lot of people and to a lot of people in the industry though. And that's where I am up to today.
So it played a huge role in also just impacting you as a producer.
Yes, and it showed me that I can really do it. Because while you're in your room making beats, you never think that someone from the United States, especially someone respected as KRS-One, will recognize you and give you a major shout out, you know? So that gave me a major boost in my career, even my motivation, even my inspiration, just to keep going and to keep going. And from there, it's just up and up. Till where we are.
Congratulations on all of that. Receive your flowers.
Thank you.
You recently produced Calligraph Jones's Where You Art.
Yes.
Tell me about that project.
So that project is the one, Calligraph is the one who reached out to me because I'm very active on social media. So I have been posting the beats I've been making, the work I've been making. So he just DM'd me one time on Messengers, like, yo, I love your work. Can you get in touch with me? I'd like to work with you. So I got in touch with him. We talked for a while. I sent him the beats. And the good thing is, and the one thing I learned from Calligraph, he has a really strict work ethic. He's really a hands-on guy. Even the video we did, Where You At, he's the one who directed the whole video.
Really?
When we went to shoot the video.
Wow.
He's a really hands-on guy. He's really humble as well. Yeah, so shout out to Calligraph, shout out to the OG. Yeah, man, he's a really dope guy, man.
Yeah, so and I like that you say that about him, because I mean, as a musician, I think you just have to put in the work. There's no other way out.
You have to.
You know, speaking about Calligraph the way you are, he's a big artist. You know, right now, if you speak about East African hip hop, Calligraph has to be there. You can't fail to mention his name. And the fact that, you know, just from, you know, having that project with him, one thing you're taking out of that is that he's a really hardworking,
very hardworking person. He deserves whatever he has coming to him. He's really, like I said, he's really hands-on whatever he does. Even on the social media, he's the one who handles his own social media. Everything that he does is him. He's hands-on on everything he does. So much respect to him, and I learned a lot from him about the industry. Yeah, so shout out to him too.
I love that you're saying you learned a lot from him about the industry, and you've been in the industry. So it's just, you know, it's a never-ending, you know, experience. You know, I feel like we learn every day. Every day. And we should all be, you know, the kind of people who are willing to learn. You just don't come na kifua, iwe sasa utaniambia nini, mimi ndo nimekuwa kwa industry. Yeah, you have to have the learning spirit.
Art is just like life. You can never say like you're fully learned and I know everything. Especially with the new technology, you have to keep learning and improve yourself each and every day. So especially with me in the production world, you have to be informed of the new softwares, the new plugins, the new styles of mixing, because the way we mix today is not the way music was mixed back in the day. So we have to have a heart of learning, keep learning and keep learning, and that's how you grow, and that's how you improve yourself as well.
Yeah, to the young, maybe musicians who are watching us right now, specifically rappers as well, and just musicians all round, what would be your word for them in terms of, you know, how they can be able to just remain grounded in the industry and to remain also relevant for years, you know, because we see some coming in and then they fall off the bandwagon. So what would you say it takes to ensure that you have a longer lifespan in the industry?
I'll take my case. I'll say first have knowledge of self, because one of the elements of hip-hop is knowledge, of which now I'm emphasizing on the knowledge of self. Always know yourself, because when you know yourself, nothing can get you down. Nothing will put you down and tell you that you're not the one. Always believe in yourself. Once you believe in yourself, and always have the heart to improve on yourself, work on yourself every day, have the heart to learn, be willing to put the work in when no one is looking, because that's where the real work is done. Always be willing to learn and be willing to work and put in the work. And have dedication to what you're doing, love what you do, and what you do will love you as well.
I love that. Love what you do, and what you do will love you back.
Yes.
Mpende anayekupenda. Penda kazi yako itakupenda.
And vice versa.
All right, before we come to a close, we have to talk about you being a Grammy-nominated producer.
Yes.
And you know, there's that one that came back then, and then there's a new one.
Yes.
You're actually you were actually recently nominated,
Yes.
Grammy-nominated. The Grammys that will be happening in February.
Yes, this year.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah. My journey in the Grammy started off with one of my business partners from New York. It's called Chad Harper. Shout out to Chad Harper of Hip Hop Saves Lives. We have been on the journey together. We've been producing songs even before the Grammys. We've been working on humanitarian songs, working with children from Ukraine who are fleeing the war in Ukraine, doing projects with children from Dominican Republic, Spain, just advocating for kids and all the humanitarian aspects that are attached to it. We've also been working with him with projects from Montessori and the United Nations. So we've been working a lot with him on the humanitarian side when it comes to the creative world. So our Grammy journey started off when I met Kalamashaka's manager. He's part of the Jabali Africa, the famous Jabali Africa.
Yeah.
Shout out to Muzi. It's called Muzi. Yeah. He's a Grammy-nominated artist as well, and he's part of the Recording Academy. So he saw my work with Chad and said, yo, why have you never submitted your work to the Grammys? So that's where our journey, the Grammys, started. And we submitted our first song for the Grammys in 2024. It's called the Ability Song, where we worked with polio survivors from Sierra Leone. The song was nominated for the Best Social Change Song. That's in 2024.
Okay.
Yes, and that exposed us to to a whole new world in terms of the Grammys and how the Grammys works.
Yeah.
So we learned a lot. And now, we didn't win, but it gave us major boost in what we are doing, both of us, the work we've been doing.
Yeah.
But moving forward, now last year we submitted for now an album. We've done a children's album for Everyday Heroes album. So it's an album that celebrates everyday heroes from all over the world and change makers through hip hop music. So hopefully this year, prayers for us, gonna get our first Grammy.
Oh, all the best on that. We hope that you get to bring it home.
Yes.
What would it take for us, and by us I mean the entire Kenyan music fraternity, what would it take for us to now have Grammy-winning musicians? Like we have someone like Calligraph Jones having been nominated in the Grammys and coming home with an award. Like, what do you feel it would take for us to get to that point?
I'll say just be authentic in what you're doing. Because I've been in the Grammys, I've seen how it works, and you can see the kind of music that is being nominated and win. It's all about authenticity, having your own sound, and being who you are, expressing yourself freely and just being who you are. And also, what I realized with the music industry, especially when I got into the Grammys, is you need to have an extensive network of people in the Grammys. Because it's politics at the end of the day. As much as you're making good music, it's politics at the end of the day. So you have to know your way around the music industry and the who's who in the music industry. So you have to be really sharp as well and work on your social skills when it comes to the Grammys. But put in work in the music too. That's very, very important.
Yeah. Who are the artists you feel right now are pushing the envelope when it comes to hip-hop?
Hip-hop in Kenya?
Yeah.
Oh, of course I'll mention Calligraph Jones.
For sure.
Kalamashaka need to get something as well, like a Lifetime Achievement Award. Who else? There's some real dope artists in the underground. There's guys like Chabuli. There are a lot of guys. There are a lot of guys I've been working with that deserve something. They just need to put in more work and put more effort in getting their music exposed to the world, and we're certainly gonna get there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's finish off with, do you feel like hip-hop still has is still holding space in the country? Would you say that it is actually holding its place to date?
Yes, because remember, the emergence of hip hop came from the communities. Hip hop was born out of community, so it has been there, and it has been the voice of the masses. So that's something that can never just fade away.
Okay.
So because people will use it to express themselves and express their feelings and emotions, because music at the end of the day is the emotions. So we just need to put in work. Guys need to put in work and express themselves the way they need to express themselves. That's all it needs.
All right, share with us your handles for those who would love to come work with you.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to shout out Truth Label, shout out to our CEO, MVI, shout out to K-Dog and the whole Truth Label where I work. We currently have a new project. It's called the 31st Cypher. Shout out to Ananda and everybody on the Cypher. I have a new project as well with the Boom Bap Click. It's called The Planting Season. Shout out to Brima. He has an album coming as well. It's called Elevating Times. I have a lot of projects coming out. So my social handles are Kunta Official Beats on all socials. On X, it's Kunta Nakinte.
All right.
Yes, you can reach for me and we'll see if we can work.
Thank you so much for gracing our show this morning. We appreciate your presence here.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you for the work that you have been putting in for the industry.
Yeah, thank you very much. And thank you for being a wonderful host as well.
All right, thank you. This is where we end this particular conversation. That was Kunta, and he is a Grammy-nominated Kenyan hip-hop producer. We end this conversation here, but sasa ni ile masana kuambianga tafuta your dancing shoes, because now we're leaving it all to the DJ to just give us mix after mix, song after song. So let's get into that dancing mood.
Unique boy.
man.
Every year I'm expanding. We are unique.
Ingawa tuko chini bado tunatumaini. Sikiza kwa makini, tafsiri hii. Maisha kule chini mazini, ninalia nikitumia MIC. Tafsiri hii. Ingawa tuko chini bado tunatumaini. Sikiza kwa makini. Tafsiri, wewe unastahili kunipa nafasi nitumie Swahili, mimi zuru mpaka kila nation, nikitangaza kubwa Afrika kuna matata, basi mashaka wadogo kwa wakubwa, huku nasi tunapata hakika, hatuna kichwa wala kia hapa, akina oboho kauzi sasa wako kwenye liga, wape hiyo correct, fububia fila, nilishika microphone kila siku ili niwe kama Puff Daddy ama yule Basta, hakuna tumaini, nadhani nitakumbwa ka Omondi ama Rasta, yani washa nikiyaweka akilini, sasa nitazururu haraka nipate angalao chupa kadhaa za Taska ili nisahau hizi tabu zangu. Mungu wangu zitaisha lini? Kila siku mimi ninawaza, ninakaa nijipeleke futi sita chini ni balaa. Sasa mimi niko na Josaya ninawapatia verses, shinda Biblia. Maisha kule chini mazini, nalia nikitumia MIC. Tafsiri hii, ingawa tuko chini bado tunatumaini. Sikiza kwa makini, tafsiri hii. Maisha kule chini mazini, nalia nikitumia MIC. Tafsiri hii, ingawa tuko chini bado tunatumaini. Sikiza kwa makini. Blessings follow me, big money follow me, heartbreaks don't follow me, no, no. Good vibes follow me, real friends follow me, and sickness don't follow me this year. Mwaka ni wangu, oh ni wangu, ajanani ni wangu, ni wangu. Mwaka ni wangu, yeah, oh ni wangu. Nina imani ni wangu, yeah, ni wangu. Nitapa juju, haya, haya, haya. Nitapa juju, haya, haya, haya. Nitapa juju. Tuna walk na ubaya, bad energy stay far away. I got a prayer on fire, may blessings come my way. Tuna walk na ubaya, bad energy stay far away. My prayers on fire, my prayers on fire. Oh this year, what am I gonna do if you hold me? Yeah, it's a wicked this year. Nikumoto this year, what am I gonna do to put me down? It's a wicked this year. Mwaka ni wangu,
the messenger.
Lazima umwaka ni washangazi. Lazima umwaka ni washangazi. Lazima umwaka ni washangazi. Lazima umwaka ni washangazi. Lazima nipate. Umwaka lazima nipate. Umwaka lazima nipate. Aliyewako na miaka ni
Unique.
umwaka lazima nami nipate. Umwaka umwaka lazima nami nipate. Aliyewako na miaka nipo. Umwaka lazima nami nipate. Umwaka lazima nipate. Wanasema maskini ni mtumishi wa tajiri. Miaka iliyopita maisha yangu kajawa na giza totoro. Nimetamani maisha mazuri kutoka utotoni, nyumba nzuri, gari nzuri, kazi nzuri, pia familia. Lazima umwaka ni washangazi. Lazima umwaka ni washangazi. Siku za songa miaka inapita na bado niko pale pale. Siku za songa miaka inapita. Umwaka lazima nipate. Aliyewapa na miaka nipa. Umwaka lazima nami nipate. Umwaka lazima nami nipate. Aliyewapa na miaka nipa. Umwaka lazima nami nipate. Umwaka lazima nipate. Kama simba nimeamua liwe liwalo silinyasi. Iwe mvua iwe jua.
My hands, your waist, my heart. Awe kuna ni kuna kuna. Ni kuna. My lips, your lips, they touch. We kiss kuna ni kuna kuna. Ni kuna kuna.
Nipe nikupe. Come to the dance floor, babe. Leo tuna festa fe banga. Ama tuta do it your way. Yeah, wacha nikuse. Usiniogope, babe. Leo na finesse na ujanja, eh. Leo nita maintain. Ukini kuna back, nitakukuna front. Ebu baby, don't let go. Ukini paya shash, nitakupea ndo. Eh, this the kind of love make you make me do it. Eh, I make you show it. This rain.
My hands, your waist, my heart. Awe kuna ni kuna kuna. Ni kuna kuna. My lips, your lips, they touch. We kiss kuna ni kuna kuna. Ni kuna kuna.
Silent. Buga mini, mgenge mini parent. Apparently nakuwaga na mamanzi kibao. Wanamangaga kwa keja juu wako maubao. Wanapenda kama fruit, wanakula banana. Wameja sana kwa keja cheki wamebanana. Tuna jeans tuwili, cheki tuna banana. Wamekata maji sana cheki wanaguanana. Side B, ko hapa piga saluti. wakituona wana heshima. We getting the money, we spending the money, we let it talk. You can go and keep your change. Wanashuka, 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 wanashuka.
I'm the best in this chin, that's the motto. Feeling like a million, like I just won the lotto. My man's in the back of the club taking photos. And yes, I'm the baddest in the whole world. No compromise, this the hottest combo. If I want it, then I gotta have it pronto. But I strongly suggest that you better get to going before I hit you like a 74-7 boy.
Who that? It's your boy K.R.I. Rule Mluya Wabusia, FYI. I'm an everyday hero. Mjaka Kotbiro Nina KCD. Ni shows a KBY. Unaitwa Perry, we msupuka Katy Perry. Come closer, bunga nami, shika kiti, Katy Perry. Abrakadabra, mikono kwa braza babra. Tuna misbehave na brother kwa baba. Side, tuko hapa piga saluti. Wakituona wana heshima. We getting the money, we spending the money, we let it talk. You can go and keep your change. Wanashuka, 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 wanashuka.
See you funny cause you know
We be something.
for some of us is natural. I don't care.
Wow, Kenyan music. Let me tell you something about Kenyan music. It always hits. It
Very
always
much,
hits.
very
Like
much.
good music comes from this part of the Sahara,
We have
if I
lots
do
of
say so myself.
We have lots of talent.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
And it cuts across genres.
Yes.
When it comes to hip hop, when it comes to some R&B, akina nani wana represent,
Yes.
nani what's her name? Nikita Kering, you
Yes.
know? When it
Right.
comes to, you know, when it comes to gospel music, our people are also representing. When it comes to gengeton, our people are like, we're all round.
Reggae, rumba, zote.
Tell me about it.
We have everything.
We have everything right here in the 254, and that is why right here on Entertainment Thursday, we keep preaching the message of supporting our own artists, and we will never stop doing that. So whenever we have any good artists who need a good platform, as long as they are good, this is your place to come to. Now, this is how we are ending the show.
Yeah,
how has it been like for you today?
For a start, and the first Entertainment Thursday of the year, this has been very entertaining to me, and I hope it has been to you. In the very first show of the year, the tone, the pace has been set. Yes.
Unique?
Show ni kwa fiti. Keeping in mind with the first show of the year.
Yes.
Na hiyo pace tumeanza nayo. Amazing.
Hakuna kuteremka.
Hakuna kuteremka. Unaona venye tumeanza hivyo? Tukisonga.
Ni kusonga kusonga.
Tuwakumbushe every Thursday of every month tunafanyanga TBTs.
The last Thursday,
every Thursday, every. We understand.
Iko tu sawa. L-O-R-O, it's fine.
Yeah, but every Thursday of last Thursday of every month.
Yeah.
Exactly. Tunapiga TBTs.
Yeah.
The last time ilikuwa moto. It was great.
Yeah.
Was great. I'm looking forward to the next one.
All right, this is where we get to end Entertainment Thursday. Very many thanks to each and every one of you who started off with us right here until this point in time. We appreciate you, we say thank you, and we remind you that this is the only place on a Thursday that you will have this much fun. So tell another friend who doesn't know about this show that this is where they come to have themselves get entertained and get to start off their morning with the right kick. My name is Vivian Degwa. I have been here alongside my colleague Mike Megwe and Unique the DJ. And I will leave you in the able hands of our DJ. Goodbye, see you next week on Thursday, same time, and please, God willing, goodbye.
Adios.
Unique.
Wanasema dumba, kumbe ni jasho, sema wanasema dumba, kumbe ni jasho, sema Grand Packet Resi remix ya Dumbala J.A. na Mada Beats ndo zile kwa masanduku JB. Isi dumba ni jasho mafans na J.C. ta hit Kampala mpaka Tanzania kwa JD. Boom shaka boom, hii ni Dumbala Udada ni tukumdara baby. Isi remix ya tu ni remix of the year. Those of us similar opinions sema the A have it. Super rapper, super singer, noma sana utashangaa. Asante sana, shukran, thumbs up, dada kweli Jukuna vile nimetaka for a long time. Na siyo nubaya nituliza. Siwezi tena jizuia. Heri nikueleze nini kinanivutia. Ingawa kuna wengi wanakutamani, lakini hata moja wewe hujakubali. Ndio maana mina jaribu ili uelewe ya kwamba mimi tofauti, siwezi fananishwa. Tuwale nia yao ni wakupate lady, ndio kesho wajisifu mbele ya watu wengi. Mimi nataka tuzungumze, tuweze kujuana, usijiharakishe, tuanze kuzozana milele na tusiwahi tengana. Lakini baby kwanza, naweza kuona tu kidogo, dakika moja tuzungumze kidogo. Jukuna vile nimetaka for a long time. Na siyo nibaya nikuuliza, nikanaweza kukuona tu kidogo, dakika moja.
Uko na kwela fine, uko na figure fine, kila kitu yako msopa fine. Acha tu step kwa line mine. So shake that thing, wind that thing, so shake that thing. Tingisha rombosa zungusha kwela. Shake that thing, wind that thing, so shake that thing. Tingisha rombosa zungusha kwela. Back it up, napenda vile una clap it up. Ni kama round of applause na umedunga blouse. Msanii ana blouse unachanganyisha bro. Kitingisha zinatingika walai we ni pro. Umebeba kuliko mungito ya pro. Mina let you go, wewe sikuachi. Mina let you go, wewe ni hadi 90. So shake that thing, wind that thing, so shake that thing. Tingisha rombosa zungusha kwela. Shake that thing, wind that thing, so shake that thing. Mad game. Tingisha rombosa zungusha kwela. Big bumper, ka exhauster, na idandia jueni manyanga. Adi petit, wote na wahanya. Mana gali sichagui mandranya. Pita na ndigri, senke, brenga adi basi. Shake, 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 wacha mama give you basi. Shake well before use, kama medicine. Shake kama milkshake. So shake that thing, wind that thing, so shake that thing. Tingisha rombosa zungusha kwela. Shake that thing.
Mwaka huu ni favor tu, baraka tu, neema tu. Mwaka huu ni favor tu, baraka tu, neema tu. Favor on me, blessings on me. This is my year. Mwaka huu favor on me, blessings on me. This is my year. All I see is blessings, all I see is favor, all over me, all over me. All I see is goodness, all I see is mercy. They follow me, they follow me. Itakuwa sawa kila kona, kona, mkono wake nitaona, ona. Itakuwa sawa kila kona, kona, hata niponya nitapona, ona. Itakuwa sawa kila kona, kona, mkono wake nitaona, ona. Itakuwa sawa kila kona, kona, hata niponya nitapona, ona. Mtani ona, umwaka mtani sikia. This is my year, this is my year. Umwaka mtani ona, umwaka mtani sikia.
Usilie, ewe mwanadamu, usihadaike.
Mtu akitoa chafya akasema alhamdulillah, basi mtume anafundisha, wewe umemsikia, unamwambia ya rahmakallah, na yeye anajibu ya hadiyaka Allah wa yuslihu balaka. Haya ni mafundisho ya bwana mtume sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
Hapo ndio tunapata funzo kwamba kiongozi hapaswi kupuuza rai za watu wake. Hata kama wewe ni kiongozi, pendelea kusikiza rai za watu.
وتكون جبال كالإحم المنفوش فأما من ثقلت موازينه
I'd ask you, what's one thing you personally do in January?
I lay the foundation for the year, and that goes beyond January. The pressure that comes with January, I would say, is very artificial. It's very artificial because January is not something that comes once in a while and suddenly. It's something that is very predictive.
So what kind of reset actually works?
It begins with a mental reset, your mindset. As a man thinketh, so is he. And that is not just cliche.
Ooh.
Do what you can with what you have. Do what you can with what you know. Do the best that you can.
I got God on my side, on my side. I got God on my side.
Wamesonga, wanapita hata mto, wanapita hata majumba ya watu. Sasa ile kitu ilishtua wao, wakikuja kutoka juu hivi, walishtuka wako ndani ya Migori na wako ndani ya bedroom ya mtu.
What about if I said that was the natural disaster which caused that your house to come down?
He's actually playing with my feelings. You know that is serious.
Si wewe lisema kulikuwa na mtetemeko ya ardhi.
Ulitetemesha nyumba yangu.
Kama dunia ilikuwa inatetemeka, what did you expect?
Kuna mahali tulikuhusia mikoti.
Abana.
Kuna nyumba yako tulipomoa.
Abana.
Kuna mahali sisi ulisikia tulitokea tukaona mtu tukafungwa.
Si sasa ndio mimi alifunga nyinyi.
Ndio nilirudi kujua kumbe hiyo watu ni ile wachimbaji migodi.
Sawa, sio Nebukadnezar.
Hapana. Hii ni watu tu goi.
One of the foundations of a nation's economy is its currency. The Japanese currency is the yen. There are 6 coins and 4 banknote denominations. To prevent counterfeiting, the Bank of Japan has issued new series of banknotes approximately